Hello everyone, how are we doing? Welcome to WardiTV Monday's edition 99. We're just one Monday Cup away from the big 100, and the best part is, it won't even be on a Monday, it'll be on a Tuesday next week. So, yeah, that'll just be a thing, just so you guys are aware. Hello everybody. Thanks so much for joining us, thanks so much for being here early in the day. We are obviously quick to get started right now. We're going to go ByuN versus Shameless, although ByuN's not here yet. I presume ByuN's going to be here soon, but that will be our starting match for today's Monday Cup. ByuN versus Shameless. There's also, the bracket. I guess I'll just show the bracket on screen because ByuN's not here. I'm not going to miss anything. The bracket looks like this. SHIN is going to wait for Perceive or Trade Galaxy. He'll be a favorite there to advance on through into Percival or Rex. Hero will be a favorite, most likely to play Classic in the round of 8. Cure is going to be playing Shovka or Thena. He'll be a favorite to move on through against Incorrect or Mini Zerg. That could be interesting. There's also a cool match I thought about going for, but there's just a lot of cool round of 16s. MaxPax will be a big favorite against Maxmore or Prom, and will likely move into the round of 8 against the winner of our ByuN Shameless series that we are going to be covering here today. Beautiful. How's everyone doing? Hello. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being here early. Thank you for tuning in. Just because ByuN's not here, I'm going to run one more round of ads on the Twitch already, just to give us a little bit more leeway. I'm so sorry if you get hit by these. We're just not ready to start yet, so we may as well throw them in now instead of having to squeeze them in later on. What's up, Zergburger? Hello. How you doing over on YouTube? Good to see you. YouTube's like telling me it's translating your message from... It's just telling me it's translating your message. It's just like capitalize the H in howdy. It's like, what is this? It's like translating from ungrammatical English to grammatically correct English. YouTube, what are we doing? What are we doing? Ay. Crazy business. Alrighty guys, yeah, we're gonna get started here as soon as ByuN arrives. Well, it might just be a few minutes waiting for that, but then once he's here, we shall get this party started. True and proper. I'm not gonna lie guys, I am absolutely knackered today. That long stream yesterday into last night, and I could have done with an extra 2 hours sleep or something, I think. So I apologize, I'm a little tired, but all of us do our best to get through the Monday Cup. Thanks YouTube, I know. I know, it just in case I didn't understand with the lowercase h, I'm like, wait, are you starting a sentence or not? I do not know. It's a good one. It is a good one. Alright, ByuN apparently is here. Oh, just not in the chat channel I can see. ByuN's also disappeared off my friend list. It's also a classic. I see. Alright, so ByuN was here. I'm just looking in the wrong chat. As we get ready to start into lockdown for our first match of the day, so actually going to be able to start nice and quickly, guys. Again, hello, hi, how we doing? I'm going to probably repeat myself a couple of times today. Like I said, I'm just waking up, getting the brain turned on, and everything. It was an exciting day yesterday. We did some OSE King the Hill, and then we followed up with the coverage of the Zero Space event. We'll talk a bit more about that later on when we've got more people in here. There's a couple of things to share for people that might miss some stuff as well, but we'll talk a bit about that, like I say, a little bit further down the line. For now, let's start off in the bottom left-hand corner with the red Terran player. This will be ByuN. Up against the blue Protoss in the top right corner of the map, we have got ourselves Shameless. Game 1 of this series, and we'll see what ByuN and Shameless have to show us then. We actually have Inu in here, so we can follow his camera a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be walkover time in about 5 minutes, guys. There'll be a little bit of me just making sure everyone is good in a couple of minutes, and otherwise we'll be able to fully focus up and continue on through. Again, so glad to have you all with us. I know I've said that like 3 times, but that's just what my brain goes to. It's just like, can't think of things. Happy people are with us. Very cool. What do I think of Zero Space? I think it's very fun, honestly. How does it compare to SE2? I think, to me, it brings the same sort of joy that watching StarCraft 2 brings. That I don't really get from watching, like... You know, when you watch, like, I don't know, like... Personally, I don't get that same joy if I watch, like, AoE, you know? I don't really have the same joy if I watch, like, Warcraft. I don't know if that's just because, like, I vibe with it, or I've been enjoying it, or it's just, like, a cool change, but... I don't know. I feel like it's fun to watch. I enjoy watching the games. I enjoy talking about it as well. Like, I actually think it's very... I think it's very complex in a good way as well, you know? Like, I think there's a lot of cool things going on, and there's a lot of learning and figuring out to do as well. So, yeah. I think it's pretty neat. I like it. I like it a lot. But I also think it's still early access, and it has work to be done on it. But I think it has a fantastic foundation to build from. And I love a lot of the design decisions and the direction of stuff, so yeah. Just got a depth coming down the bottom left-hand side here from Shameless. A couple barracks coming through, the command center coming in. The Marines are going to be there just to jump on and to hit the Adept. Just going to help to push that back as you have the Adept coming around. And bring that into place for a moment. Twilight Council is going to be coming up. The stim pack is on its way through. A few Marines on the orbital coming up as well. Just having ourselves the blink. Continue to build on through too. So again, getting that blink up is stim pack, combat shield all on the way. Just have this depth coming up. I've just got one admin issue I'm dealing with here, guys, so I might just be a little quiet for a moment. Just trying to get this on the way through. Obviously, with the high bio count, it's just going to be seeing a lot coming across already and moving straight over. It's going to be seeing the Prism and that Blink continue to come up as well, so just bring that straight into place, getting that on the go, and continue to get this started for a few moments. Bio just going to step up, and a couple of Stalkers just going to lift up straight away. A couple of depths going down. There's just a lot of units here from ByuN running straight into this natural. Battery not being ready is obviously a pretty dooming factor. Now the Blink finishes up, but maybe just a little bit too late as ByuN runs in. And is he just going to kill everything? I was going to say, the only way he doesn't kill everything is if the Prism micro is extremely good, but the Prism dies. And that is going to be that for the opening game. ByuN going to take a cozy 1-0 lead in this one. Is the audio scrambled? What's it doing? Hang on. What's it doing? Hang on. In game? What's it doing? Hang on. I can probably fix this straight away. The death sounds are balked. Hello? Okay, you guys can hear me, but I don't think you're going to be able to hear the game. Um, sorry guys, I thought I had an easy fix on it, but apparently not. We can hear you now. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me, but it's not set up correctly because I'm pretty sure you guys won't hear the game. But I need them to unpause to be able to actually double check that. So yeah, give me a moment, guys. I don't know why my audio has just been, it's just decided to mess up the last day or two. Okay, you guys can't hear the game sound at all. I need to fix something still. Alright guys, I don't know why my OBS has just been really weird, but I changed a couple things. It's really strange because for some reason my audio output is so I don't know how to explain this, but basically yesterday I have two buttons, right? One button mutes my voice in my ears and one button mutes my voice going out onto the stream. But this shouldn't affect my voice like on Discord and stuff, right? But what happened was when I was muting it, it was muting me on Discord. But anyways, I finally got it fixed. But what was happening was when I listened to my own voice, it was going out on stream yesterday, even though it was meant to be muted. Even though like I'm meant to hear it, but like it's meant to be muted to the stream, but it wasn't. So anyways, I messed around with some settings this morning and I fixed that problem. And then it's obviously just balked things. And when I've tried to change it, it won't, for some reason, OBS just won't pick up the output, even though it's right there. Anyways, now that I've actually changed it back from what I did this morning, because in theory I don't need to do what I was doing yesterday, but like I would like to have it fixed, but like short-term fix, like let's just change it. But now the other thing works. Now if I mute my microphone, you guys actually just don't hear me. So I just don't know what is really going on. Yeah, my audio thing it sometimes has a bit of a mind of its own, honestly. But yeah, it's fixed. Like if I press this button, you guys should hear nothing now. Yeah, and that works, but I still hear it. So, like, it actually works. So, it's working now. It just wasn't working yesterday. Yeah, just being a pain in my butt. All right, sorry for the reset, guys. Unfortunately, we have the ads have to restart because I had to restart the stream, so apologies. In the end, I didn't actually need to restart, but I thought the restart was going to help, but it didn't help, so then I went back on what I did this morning. Ay. Crazy business. All right, how's everyone doing? Again, hope the sound is all good now, and we can just try and continue through without any further issues. Fingers crossed. Lovely. Alrighty, we got a Robe coming up a few moments. Getting ourselves settled down into game number 2 of this series between ByuN and Shameless. To start the day off, a couple of Marines are starting to go down as well. Yeah. It's just been a shaky day or so. That's all good. It's just been a shaky day. I feel like I just need to do like a full. I might just reset up my audio software because I'm not doing that the next week or two though. We'll just makeshift make it work for now. We'll just makeshift make it work for now. We're gonna see the Cyclone coming through, getting a couple extra probes, putting a little bit more value in, and so you're just gonna have our Colossus, Stalker, and Charge all continuing to come around here. And that Cyclone gonna be there to put some damage onto the pylon a couple of moments as well. The Stalkers will shoot and get rid of the Cyclone. This is -4 probes. That last game, ByuN obviously just came in and looked very good very quickly. Put a lot of work in, shut his opponent down very heavily. Really made it very difficult for anything else to really be happening there. Fire gonna fly, a couple of Stalkers will be coming through too. We just have a little bit of work being found. Extended Thunderland's coming up. The Charge on its way around also for a few moments. We'll continue to get ourselves settled for just the next little while in this game. So, getting everything just set, getting cozy, getting comfortable. And seeing what the next step of this game is going to end up being. I mean, obviously, ByuN's already going to be here. A couple tanks set up as well, so never mind getting comfortable. ByuN's getting comfortable in his opponent's base and in his face. So, there you go. ByuN holding back. Not at all, quite frankly, as he is going to sit there and be pretty happy, pretty content, I imagine, with how that is going and how everything has just gone. Bit of bio, they're going to be healed up by those medevacs as well. Now those medevacs load up and go elsewhere, so they're going to try and drop elsewhere for the near future. Keep moving around and settle into place. Bio medevac's going to come back across. We'll take a few moments. See where we're going to. Couple of shots just coming around. Just going to try and get a little extra out of this, and we are going to put some pressure on. Colossus laser beaming through. A few probes dropping there as well. Nothing too crazy overall. Going to be a few of these Marines dropping back off and keeping active. Marines going to get off onto the assimilator as well, so getting a little bit more found and done here. It's going to have the bio actually going to go through onto this Nexus as well. It's just going to get straight onto this. Starport, couple medevacs, Marine Marauder Mine. All of that continues to come out currently. And drop a pylon into the map. The +1 attack and the assimilator is still coming through as well. So continue to bring that over. And we'll continue to bring that into position at this point in time. It's going to be ByuN still just trying to keep that pressure up, but let's go through for the moment. surviving through for the moment is just have a little bit of back and forth. Continuing along, this Bio going to get a few shots off as well. And Disruptor, attack upgrade, also coming across. Again, we gather, take a couple seconds, take a few moments here. Get this set. We just have the Bioforce of the Vikings in front. Gonna try and hold through as well for a couple of moments. Just gonna be holding here. Sitting tight. Gonna see the Bioforce is very ready to engage. I mean, that was just the Stalkers. We have 3 Colossus and 2 Disruptors in this army as well currently. So that is gonna be a big factor too, as you see the Bioforce still putting some more damage out, getting a bit more damage done. And gun pushes all the way across, although I'm not sure if he actually wants to engage in just yet. We'll want to be at least a little cautious there. The Stalkers make their way back down. A little bit of Bio running. The Ghost gets picked off. Dropping the MP a little late to the party. So that part is not going to be going quite how we wanted to. Yeah, big fight. Disruptor shot coming through. Gonna try and hit the blow of the Bio. Very scary, especially when you all column tip. You gotta be really careful right now, otherwise you can end up in trouble straight away. We'll just have ourselves a few Zolts, a few Stalks continue to come along. Stalks getting underneath those Vikings. One of them already being shot down pretty quickly, so you're going to see ByuN just losing out on a big way. I mean, he loses a lot of the Bio, and he loses now every single Viking as well. That is not a good sign. That is not a good place to be playing from. That is going to put you into a bad spot, plain and simple. So, ByuN struggling here. As that is a big W then on the side of Shameless to reset things back in his favor. +3, +2 on the way. So we are going to see already an attack upgrade lead for Shameless, as the Disruptor is going to soften things up as well. ByuN again struggling with the position of this at the moment realistically. The Libs continue coming around, the Bioforce coming over, the Zealots and the Stalkers are going to continue to be there as well. ByuN looks as though he is dead in the water. Shameless looking to take a second game of this series and to tie us up 1-1 in this best of 3. We have a lot of strong Protoss signed up today, guys. I'm kind of hoping we actually have a bit of a Protoss resurgence. We've seen Protoss lacking in the weekly cups lately. It'd be nice to see some of them make it a bit deeper today. Although I do know Hero and Classic have to play each other in round 2 and round of 8, which is a bit unfortunate, but just the way the season has worked out based on last week's results as well. So a little bit unfortunate. But, I mean, I guess it means we get a Hero or Classic in the semi-finals guaranteed. Disruptors MVP. Disruptors are very good when they land. They should make Disruptors land more often. I don't know, can we patch that? Can we upgrade this to make this a thing? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Just have a few more shots coming off, a couple Libs in the sky, the Bio gathering up. Stalkers will get rid of one Liberator. Bio's still going to be right there. We are going to see Shameless coming back over to the right and looking for a potential way to attack into this spot right here as well. Stalkers, Disruptor setting up. Disruptor landing onto a couple of the Marauders. Another Disruptor shot trying to get up close and personal here. Trying to find a connection in. Liberators are going to siege up across the front of this to help handle this scenario, and we are going to be seeing ByuN for the moment at least is going to be holding his opponent away, especially with the Liberators holding that high ground. He is going to hold on. He is going to make this okay for the moment. Some way and somehow we are surviving on through, and we're not going to be all done yet. Here's Shameless. He's a young Russian player. I say young, like, on the younger side. He's not like he's... Like, I don't know how old he is now, but he's still, like, early 20s, I believe. He's been around a few years at this point, is the problem with the statement that I'm making. But he's been around a few years, and because he's been around a few years, he's obviously not quite as young as he was when he first started to really power up. But yeah, he's been doing well, plays very well in a lot of the online cups, has had some good runs. And he's about to take this game off of ByuN, it seems. GG's as ByuN taps out Shameless. Ties this up 1-1. Russian Rising not boycotted because I don't think Shameless really did anything wrong. Is the super simple answer. Dude's just trying to play StarCraft 2. Yeah. He didn't say anything controversial, he didn't have some crazy takes. He's just a guy in the world. You know? So, yeah. No reason for it to be crazier than that. Sanctuary. I'm going to be coming up here in a few moments. Get this ready to go. Game 3 coming through, guys. Alright. Alright. Why is my... I had to refresh the stream and now everything's balked. Yeah. Aye. Shake it off. WardiTV Mondays on a Monday. Fear not, my friends. For next week, we'll be back to WardiTV Mondays on Tuesday for edition 100. We'll be back. Guys, it's no politics. It ain't gonna end well. So you just cut it that. No more. As we have in the top right hand side, our blue Protoss player tying the series up is going to be Shameless. In the bottom left, our red Terran is going to be ByuN. So yeah, we'll have WardiTV Mondays on Tuesday next week for the big old 100 edition. I know Ian, if Ian's in the chat, I'd like to chat, because I know he donated towards the 100 Cup. I would like to know how you would like to... He's not here, I don't think, right now, but if you see you later, I'll keep asking, because I'd like to know how he would like to actually use that, if he just wants to actually just help pay for it, if you'd actually like to see like round of 8 paid out or something like that. Something along those lines. I'll try and double check with him at some stage. What do we do when the Zero Space weeklies block Tuesdays for the Monday Cup? Zero Space weeklies are in the evening, and Mondays and Monday Cups are in the daytime. So then you just have double Wardy stream. Also, I have an agreement for the Zero Space weeklies that we have basically, the priority is StarCraft. If something is StarCrafty happening, the Zero Space weekly is the one that moves. There's an understanding of that as well, because believe it or not, StarCraft is very much so our priority. And what we obviously mainly focus on. What's up, Zergberger? Thank you so much for the 44-month resub here on the Twitch. Appreciate you. See you on the Twitch, see you on the YouTube. Crazy. Man is everywhere. At least Twitch ain't trying to translate your your words. Alright, we gather for a couple moments then, guys. We'll take it easy. and try to see where we're going to go to. Let's see our probe coming across, Stalker and the warp gate coming up as well. It's going to be coming along with that for a few moments. Coming over to that side and getting ourselves settled into place. Factory, SCVs and the Marines all continuing up. Council on the way, couple probes and the Stalker coming by. Warp gate is producing as well as continue to put that into position right here. We have ourselves a tech lab coming up as well, so a little extra that we get ourselves ready with for a few moments. Hallucination obviously just scouting around, giving you some good info, trying to let you know what's going on here just initially. So again, just making sure we can see a bit of what's up, handle that well. And all the rest, this orbital continue coming through, Cyclone the Marine coming up into position also. We have got the second barracks, so Stimpack is already beginning to go. It's going to be a powerful part of this. We need to get that up and online at the moment. Yeah, Sims is coming up about halfway done right now, so I'm getting a little bit more progress coming in there. Plus, if he's gathered around, that next is coming down as well. Now the Stalker's heading to the bottom left, so just going to move across for a little bit. We take a couple of seconds. Obviously, ByuN is just happy to let the bio upgrades kick in. As he gets bio upgrades up and online, his position becomes a whole lot more comfortable. Is there a viewer special for WardiTV 100? I mean, what would you like? Is there a way to get replays of these games? Replay packs go out to subscribers or members of Patreon, both of which help to support these very tournaments happening, which is why we do it like that. You actually do a replay pack. In fact, I will make a notepad and write replay pack, and hopefully I will do that today or tomorrow morning. And we'll get all the replays from the last, let's say, month or so. We'll do the replays from whenever the patch last changed, because there's no point giving you guys replays that are broken on an old patch. So, what, like 3 weeks? ish of replays, maybe. I'll put everything in there. Maybe the new replay pack soon as ByuN. Would love to get the Colossus. Getting the Colossus resets the tech count, and it just makes feature fights so much more sustainable, so much more something you want to be part of, because if there's less splash damage available, the rest of your army is going to have a pretty good time. Most of the time. Special brand in the title. I mean, it'll say 100. It's really inconvenient. I have to type a whole extra letter anytime I do anything with the WardiTV Mondays from next week. Maybe we should rebrand it to WardiTV Tuesdays. To start again so we don't have to go to the triple digits. Think about it. I type on the YouTube, I type in the description, I type on the Twitch title, when I make the bracket, whenever I mention, like, it's at least 10 times per cup. So we're talking about 10 extra keystrokes every week. Could save a lot of time if we just rebranded. Start using Roman numerals. What's 100 in Roman? C? WardiTV Monday C? Yeah, but then every week someone would be like, "Ooh, when's WardiTV Mondays D?" or something. I don't know why that would be so funny, but who knows. I also save a lot of time just copy-pasting. But that's where you're wrong, because I already copy-paste. The problem is I copy-paste from previous weeks. So if I copy-paste from previous weeks, I already have WardiTV Mondays 99 or so written down. So I have to I have to destroy that and type 100, you know? It's like a whole extra letter. Although I guess if I'm copy-pasting, once it gets to 100, it'll just be delete 1, delete 2. So maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. Seems like a lot of work, guys. I don't know if I get paid enough for this. I need to gather up Woodbine. Hits the Stalker. A couple of sentries coming through as well. We reset for a moment. It's rough being a streamer. No, I think being a streamer is fine. The rough part is being a tournament organizer. Being a streamer is great. I just come on here and I don't even talk about the game. I just yap on and make up problems that don't really exist. Oh, my life's so difficult. See, being a streamer is great. Tournament organizer is like real shit. You actually got to deal with things. You actually got to sort it out. Otherwise, people have issues and, you're expected to fix them. Yeah, that's where it gets real tough, sure. This is the biggest issue. All is good. Wow. I see. I got to come up with some bigger problems, huh? Alright, well, Shameless is going to survive up to 4 bases. We could actually try talking about the game. It's always a fun idea. We have the Stalkers, the Zelda Colossus gathering together. Shameless's numbers looking pretty reasonable for now. Ourselves the Bioforce of ByuN. I mean, pretty sizable. Both players are, heading toward being maxed here sooner or later. So we are getting toward that point, getting very close. It's been a big part of the game. Just gonna have ourselves the Bioforce of the Vikings holding the high ground. ByuN's own 4th base coming up, starting to get additional command centers coming in behind this as well. So continue to bring those numbers into play as we speak. Trying to come up this ramp, get a Marauder, then going to get turned away and shot down, so it's going to be removed from the equation here already. Then we have our +2 attack and armor, both continue to build up. It's going to see the Bio continues to work its way through a couple of these rocks. And open up this space a little. Shameless steps up. He is down on upgrades, by the way, so worth noting that any fight right now is just naturally against Shameless, and that might be something he needs to be fairly careful of overall, otherwise could end up in some trouble perhaps. all the CCs from ByuN. He sets up for a 5th and further beyond for the next few moments to continue to get that into place. See how Zealots and Stalkers gather around. The Vikings actually going to get a good jump on this. He's going to get rid of the Colossus pretty easily. There are obviously some units going back around the other way, and that's going to be a part of this problem initially as well. Still coming about. Just going to have ourselves the shots coming through. Minus 23 SCVs or so. ByuN is taking a lot of eco damage during this as well, and this attack from Shameless is continuing. Now, ByuN still has good army supply, and obviously he's in the natural, so he's going to start doing big eco damage himself. Can he create a defense here? The one thing I will say is that ByuN has 10 Vikings that are not as useful as they once were, with no Colossus up in the game and probably no more to come joining us at any stage. The Vikings are just not as useful as they would have liked to have been, so that is a bit of a problem for sure. Now the ByuN going to get after the Dark Shrine. Obviously DT is really good in the base trade long term, so removing them is going to be a big plus. He did deny the Shadow Strike coming up just in case there's any DTs out, going to make them more manageable, although there's currently no DTs available, so it's all good. Looking respectable there. Still having the 4th base. Shameless has the bottom right side, and he's got another base top left. This is a plan tree, and ByuN will just try and repair it to obviously just get as much damage done as possible. The more you do, the better off you're going to be. So, yes, we just try and do as much as we can on that. Obviously, repair it as best we can. ByuN has a lot of units up in the main. He's got a lot of orbitals as well, so long term he might be alright, but he will have to break out into positions where he can retake this and get them set back up, and that will be the biggest challenge for him in the coming moments. Getting back onto the map, I mean, obviously it doesn't take much to get in position to start muling a little bit, so we'll see how well that may go. Again, our gates and Cybercore both continue into place, and we get this working at the moment. 5 extra gateways, all producing through. That Cybercore is coming about as well. Let's see, there's actually gates coming out, the probes as well. I'm getting a lot of that coming through already. This is going to be Shameless. Has kind of got ByuN's army trapped up in the main. He's going to load up now, though, and try to make a getaway. See how well this goes. Just going to find an unload over here. Now, Shameless has the low ground base from this position, setting up with a good amount of defense and structures on it. So it's going to be a big position for ByuN to try and break through. Army supplies are still very similar. Upgrades have leveled out as well, by the way, so that one upgrade lead for ByuN is no longer there. That would have been nice to keep in this kind of a scenario, honestly. So, bit of a shame that we've not been able to keep that one up. Disruptors putting some work in, but a lot of them will go down. So Shameless loses a lot of the tech units that might have been able to make a little bit of difference for himself long term here. We're actually going to end up in a fight. Some good EMPs coming down, but we're now getting flanked, and the Zelda warping in here as well. I was going to say we're going to have to lift and try and get out of there, but full medevac targeted down. The second full medevac gets targeted down. That is disaster after disaster for ByuN. 2 full medevacs. That's a lot of supply. I mean, I don't know what he was really expecting, though. I don't think there was any real good way out of that position, plain and simple. It did not look good for him. Fire stepping up. More Stalkers coming into place. I mean, this is Shameless still losing a good amount, though. His supply is not good army supply-wise, but he has a little bit more production, although ByuN is producing pretty nicely as well. 5 Marauders, 3 Marines, pretty significant at this point in time, in all fairness. Comes across, put a little bit more pressure on. A lot of these Stalkers going down. I don't think Shameless is keeping enough alive here to make this a respectable position for him to try and recover from. I feel as though this is going the wrong direction at the end, which is kind of sad because I felt like he was doing enough. Just needed a way to fight this army one more time, like I said, in the dying moments. would have made a big difference for him, and it's just never quite been able to happen here. Zealot's going to try and move up. Just going to be seeing the Bioforce fighting. A couple of these Zealots continue to go down. A few more shots coming in. We're going to mule it up over here as the Bio continues to push forward. Trying to get a little bit extra done. A little bit more value being caught for a moment or so. ByuN is going to keep this trade going. Just has so much more army supply is the problem, obviously. It is going to be very tough to overcome, I think, overall. And it may just be more than enough to see us through to the end point. I mean, ByuN's getting chased by some Zealots, but reality is he's looking pretty comfortable. Shameless is going to agree as well. He says GG, and ByuN will be the victor of a Game 3 in the first series of the day. ByuN gets to move on through into the round of 8. Who does ByuN play in the round of 8? Let me get the bracket going. So we're just messaging someone over here. ByuN moves on through to play against MaxPax. Oh, we could just go into ByuN MaxPax then, guys. Perfect. We'll go ByuN MaxPax at our next round. So ByuN MaxPax TVP coming up. Meanwhile, Kira and Nicorect are playing, Hero and Classical playing, and Percival is waiting for most likely SHIN in the round of 8 as well. Perfect. In that case, we know exactly what we're pretty much heading to, guys. That makes it a lot easier for us. We can kind of just go straight there. We're already on the right server and everything. This really is the ideal scenario. Cool. Cool. Alright, yeah, we'll go versus ByuN versus MaxPax, guys. Perfecto. We will continue in a few moments and get this on the way. Get this ready to start. Beautiful stuff. Man, I'm tired. I'm tired. Just a rough day. Just a long day yesterday. Long day. Like I said earlier, I could have done with another 2 hours sleep. Ali had other things on her mind though. She was like, hey, let's get up. We didn't play yesterday. I'm like, puppy dog, please. Alright then. Hero 2-0 Classic already, man. There's one Classic to win a tournament or something. I feel like he's having a rough time at the moment. Just love it if he could grab a win somewhere, because it feels like he's really not had one. Even in the PvP, that's going badly for him. I mean, that's also, I think, a consequence of him not really practicing the patch as much. I mean, Hero's definitely at least given the patch a good old go. I think that's very apparent, if nothing else. So, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. We are waiting for ByuN MaxPax. Like I say, in a couple of moments, Hero will be in the semis. He is going to play the winner of Percival, SHIN, or Perceive. SHIN and Perceive are still playing, apparently, so we'll have an update on that for you guys as soon as possible. But for now, the update is that it's just still getting settled and so on, so not happening just yet. I don't think PvT is an issue, especially once discussed the 4 base, like last patch. Don't you think, though, that Terran can A, stabilize a lot more easily because of the command centers? and hence can also push into the later stage a bit more easily and keep up with Protoss, where in the past they couldn't. So a lot of the Protoss advantage kind of disappeared. And still, Terran is the one that has the ultimate late game, so they just benefit the most from being able to do that. I think PvT is more manageable, but I do think Protoss are in a bit of a rough place. But I think if we need to fix something, if we had to fix something right now, I would be like, yeah, let's try and fix PvZ, because that one definitely feels a little bit out of reach at the moment. Heading into ByuN at MaxPax, guys. Get going in a couple of moments here. Get this on the way. Get this all started. Coolly. Oh, all right, Sanctuary coming up. Get this ready to begin in a sec. ByuN vs MaxPax quarterfinals of today's WardiTV Monday Cup. Moving quickly today. We've had a lot of very fast series recently, or faster. Sorry, we've had a lot of very long matches lately. Today it's been a little bit speedier though, so let's see how it continues and get this on the go. This started up. Going in the top right-hand side will be our red Terran player. He takes on, in the bottom left corner, the blue Protoss player, MaxPax. Game one of our best of three. We get this started. Get this up and running. Probably across the map. We'll see what MaxPax is up to. He's been enjoying just a lot of the Blink Stalker stuff as of late. Be heading into a little bit of that right now. Try and get this all started up. Probably just gonna nibble around. It's gonna be seeing the couple of shots coming through here and there. Trying to see what we can find these next few moments. See how ByuN wants to approach this as well. Should definitely be quite interesting to see what his plan will look to be. ByuN's been very bio heavy in all the matchups lately, just a lot of bio units, a lot of the time just taking the momentum. Obviously he is a big guy in terms of momentum and so, and a lot of the time he likes to go from that momentum based playstyle into the just a big economy behind it. You know, you take momentum, you're on the map, your map control, and then bam, eco behind it, coverage everywhere, putting you into a very good place overall. Hallucination comes about. I'm just going to be obviously trying to get some scouting in. There's the Twilight Council, as expected, out of MaxPax for a few moments as well, so nothing really too surprising about this setup so far. As we continue to come through. Solo said they'll change the work account after BlizzCon. Apparently Solo said this and then caused a lot of drama because he essentially leaked information from the whatever Discord they have or something. So apparently now the the only communication we have with Blizzard left the Discord, and so now no one knows anything about anything anymore. So like, if you don't take it super seriously, it's kind of funny, you know? Ay. It was Solo. Well, I mean, I don't think any of this would have been an issue if people just spoke to people in the first place. Like, would there be any harm in just saying, like, hey, we understand, like, you know, things aren't great right now, but we want to keep things stable for BlizzCon. We'll you know, look to make a change after that. Like, if they just made a public announcement like this, it would be a lot better, you know? Can you imagine everyone just had, like, even just, like, a rough... I don't want them to, like, they don't even have to commit to anything. Just be like, we will look at it again after BlizzCon. So people at least think something's coming, right? Without everyone having to, you know, think and ponder and this and that and whatever. Like, maybe it's not so easy to just make this announcement. I don't know how it works, right? And that's obviously the issue. As well as, like, it clearly isn't just that simple, because surely they would just do that otherwise. But man, it would just be so much easier to at least get people settled down for a little bit about things. Why are there different approaches to StarCraft and Warcraft and patches? I have no idea. I don't know enough about the inner workings. I've never been included in any of the StarCraft patchy stuff, which is absolutely fine with me. I don't think I have anything super valuable to say on balance. But yes, I only ever really hear stories from others and, like, hear about, like, how things are being changed, or you know what I mean. So I don't really have that truly a way to talk about it. I can only suggest based on what I know. Man, you know what would be really funny though? I actually think this would be hilarious. I actually think they should just release a Brood War update and be like, hey guys, we just really love this game and we wanted to give it, like, a bit of fresh life. So we're gonna update the Brood War work account in Brood War to 7. God, can you imagine? It'd be so funny. It'd be obviously horrific. Please don't actually do it. But can you imagine they just did? Like, StarCraft 2 people lose their minds over things, but the people who still love Brood War, they really love Brood War, and rightfully so. They've loved it a long time. They would lose their minds. Oh, I just want to see it for the drama, you know. Brood War's dope. Oh, Brood War's amazing. Anything that can survive as long as Brood War has is obviously amazing. It has such a storied history and stuff. It's extremely cool. Never been my personal choice, just I never got into it early, right? So it's one of those things I think is harder to get into the further you are removed from it, but you gotta appreciate how cool it is. As this push from ByuN is absolutely just killing MaxPax right now. He's taking a few SCVs of damage across the map, but the main thing is that he is right here, right now, and having a good time winning. And punching straight in to position. Now, he's not going to maybe knock MaxPax completely out of the equation. MaxPax is going to get a defense. And because MaxPax killed a few workers at the same time across the map, it's going to help him to sustain this position better than he would have done otherwise. Bit of bio coming over, just going to see the couple of Vikings are gathering up as well. Prism's actually going to go down. Just going to get that caught for a moment. So that Prism goes down. Thermal Lens and the +2 coming up also here. A couple more shots coming over, and we will see the attack of MaxPax is... It's not being bad, but I don't think it's going to do much more than it's already achieved. I feel like it's already hitting its potential on this one, so I think we're coming to a close on this. I think he's going to delay the third CC, which is already kind of delayed. It delayed the third because ByuN was putting so much pressure on. Dragon's going to shoot. Colossus is going to take a few shots of damage. We are going to see him try and jump on them, and he will get the Colossus, and then everything else is obviously pretty doomed if you don't babysit it, so you got to be really careful from that point on. But SHIN Venice, we kind of are being, so it's not so bad. Let's come back along. 8 SCVs fell already. You can see that ByuN Medevac combo gathering up at the moment. That's next coming up from MaxPax. He will get to 4 bases while ByuN has obviously been trying to work his way up to the 3 base setup. Trying to get that on the way. Just going to dive up. A couple of these Stalkers already getting shot. The SCVs come over and going to put a couple of depots into place as well. This is going to get those up and rolling. Fire going to go back. A couple of Zeld taking damage. Stalkers as well. Just for a moment here. So we see a little bit extra coming through. The mines are going to be taking some shots as well. So a few more hits coming back over in that direction. Just going to see the Bioforce gathering. Stalkers, Colossus, and Zeld's going to be there. Wouldn't mind shot goes off. ByuN pushed this army away. It's a massive anti-arm missile. Everything going to get struck by that. That is effective, for sure. And now he's going to try and capitalize and chase through. Man, these medevacs are so drained of energy, though, so he doesn't have as much healing on the army as you might like. And those Colossus, their shots, their laser beams, their AoE throughout the course of this is definitely adding up and making this a little bit painful, to say the least right now. I'm just going to say GG. And it's going to be MaxPax taking game 1 of this series. Just like that. All right, MaxPax is going to open with the advantage then. We'll head to game 2 in a couple of moments. Get this ready to resume. And head straight into more. It's going to be locked down for our second map. MaxPax looking to make it to the semis today. We also have already Hero in the semifinals. He's waiting for SHIN or Percival. They are currently playing. Again, the winner of this series plays Kuro or Nicorakt in the semis as well. All right, ready in GLHF. Straight to the next map, guys. Get this ready to start up in a couple moments. Let's dive in. In the bottom left-hand side is going to be our blue Protoss player up 1-0. This is going to be MaxPax. On the top right-hand side, the red Terran player will be from Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. How's everyone doing in the chat again? How is everyone feeling today? Good to see you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and joining us for a little bit. Pleasure to be here with you guys, enjoying some games of StarCraft 2 today. Beautiful WardiTV Mondays 99. I can't believe we're actually going to get to WardiTV Mondays 100 next week. That really is a crazy thing to get to the 100. I remember when we started this, and it was, this really was when we started it very much so a case of like, hey, they don't know when the weekly cups are coming back, so let's go and we'll run the WardiTV this one just so we fill the gap for a couple of weeks. And they never they never came back for us, guys. They never came back for us. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that we've ended up going this long. And I think the crazier thing is that we've been able to maintain the prize pool for this long as well. $400 a week is not an easy commitment. $400 a week is a lot of money, to put out weekly. Again, just to put in perspective, since we started this thing, as of next week, we will be at $40,000 given out in weekly cups over a couple of years. Is really a lot of prize money, and it's only possible because of you guys supporting and you guys getting behind it, and you guys being a part of the stream and being just with us and supporting, like, say, the Patreon page as well, patreon.com/WardiTV. Obviously we've got our sponsors for the WardiTV Mondays too. Winter, thank you so much. Loco, thank you so much. And OSC, of course, thank you so much. They also help me to stay busy on my own stream with, this is my own stream too, but they help me to stay busy with their events as well, casting at other points. So shout out to all of those guys helping us out. Again, shout out to you guys if you're supporting on the Patreon and helping to make this happen too. Again, if you do not already, consider checking the Patreon out, patreon.com/WardiTV. The best part of the Patreon is 100% of anything that's pledged on the Patreon goes directly into StarCraft 2 tournament prize money. We guarantee anything you pledge, even if we even cover the transaction fee because we're that serious about it. Anything you pledge goes directly into StarCraft 2 tournament prize money. So it's a great way if you're enjoying StarCraft and you want to support the most important part of StarCraft, which is the players. If you want to support those guys and make sure that they're getting paid enough to keep on playing games for you guys, then, like I say, the best thing you can do in StarCraft is to go on our Patreon and come and support it. Like I say, just get involved, don't hold back. Don't think that it's like, I can literally only give $1. Even $1 helps. You put $1 on the Patreon would be incredible. If I could convince 10% of the people watching the Monday Cup regularly to put $1 on Patreon, we could probably double the prize pool of the tournament each week. Like, the reach is crazy, so do not be afraid of it not being enough. Everything helps. It all goes a long way, and it's all massively appreciated. So thanks so much if you do go out of your way to help. If you do put the money in, I appreciate you all. Thanks so much for supporting the tournaments. Again, that's WardiTV on Patreon, patreon.com/WardiTV, just to be clear, in case you guys want to check it out. Again, appreciate it if you do. And if you cannot, don't forget, the next best thing you can do is keep on watching the game, showing up on a Monday, watching the StarCraft. Viewership is the next best thing to being able to actually come out and support with your wallets. So appreciate you guys. All right, enough of me yapping on. Let's focus up more on the game again as we get into game number 2 of MaxPax versus ByuN. Get this settled down, see what kind of situation we're going to start getting for ourselves here over the next few moments. See what will be taking place. Let's just have a few Marines. They're going to be stepping their way towards the upper right side, stepping away from the middle. Again, MaxPax is up at game right now. Just gonna have that hallucination. Just gonna get pushed away. Rubber Bay, the Marine, Rubber Bay coming up. The Stalkers and the Blink continue to come about as well. 2 Marines, 2 Marauders. That Starport on the way through as well. What's up, Azakai? Thank you so much for the 5-month resub on the Prime. You're sat on a Prime sub. Make use of it, guys. Give it a home here on WardiTV, and we'll use it to fund StarCraft 2 for the month. Do not be afraid to drop your Primes. Again, goes a long way. Helps out massively. We appreciate it, as we just have a few Marines and Marauders pushing down to try and push MaxPax away at the moment. Stalkers will try and fight. The Bio going to get through. A couple more of those Stalkers going to have to blink away once more. Got some shells building. Marauder, Medevac, all coming out. That charge is on the way as well. Thermal Lances obviously starting from MaxPax as well, so he's making progress at this point in time. The little scan comes off. We are going to be able to hunt the Observer down with that, so bye-bye Observer. Just having ourselves +1 attack, Thermal Lance, charge again, all gathering up. Marine Marauder Medevac coming online, the attack upgrade building as well here. Continue to settle in, just having ourselves the little bit of bio chasing after some of these stalkers. A few of them starting to go down. Again, +1, Marine Marauder Medevac continue to come about. Just gonna have those stalkers still pushed to the bottom left corner. Okay, that's going to be +1 Thermal Lance coming about. That charge is going to be done very shortly. Now army gathers. Still just going to be seeing the bio and the medevacs on the map. We do have a few units from MaxPax. The Stalker's actually on the other side. Maybe looking to get a little bit cheeky here and there. Keep an eye on that and see if anything comes of it over the next few moments. Stalkers push through. Colossus actually going to find a bit of a fight. You need to be able to get through those zealots to be able to knock this down comfortably. The Colossus getting jumped on. First Mortal goes down already. The Marauders are good for the Stalkers as well, so it's going to knock a few of those down right off the bat. Okay, well, it's a good shutdown to say the least. And Stalker's actually killing the, I was going to say good shutdown from ByuN, but Stalker's actually killing the third base. ByuN gets up here. He is looking for the robo facility. He needs to get this right now. The battery trying to save it. The Colossus doesn't come out. MaxPax does not get the save that is required of him. If he saved that and Colossus pops, these units are low, it might have made the difference. Unfortunately, now he's got Bio still chasing down his workers, and he is losing a lot. While, you know, obviously achieving on the other side of the map, maybe not achieving enough to undo what ByuN is able to do at the moment. As ByuN continues to apply this pressure and continues to look good. I mean, don't get me wrong, these Stalkers are still putting in work as well, but ByuN will finally push them away, and the army supplies are not comparable. That said, MaxPax has a bunch of money in the bank, so having that money in the bank is a big deal as well, having the ability to still set up and potentially do more. 15 probes, 24 SCVs down at the moment. Army going about, a few Stalkers gather up. Medevac's actually going to get intercepted. A couple of these Medevacs getting shot down already. And you're going to see the +2 in company coming up as well. Primaries coming about. Again, those depots coming in. See the Ghost coming up, +2. Ship weapons coming online. All of that coming over as the Colossus and the +2 upgrade continue to build into place for the moment. Just have ourselves ByuN set across 3 bases. ByuN going to get to that bottom right corner. A couple of Medevacs nearby. Going to look to pull across and get into position. Dark Shrine building as well. +2 coming up, ship weapons as well. And get this settled. Just going to have our Nexus in that top left corner. ByuN will look to apply pressure here. He will look to come across. MaxPax at least now has spent his money. 2 Colossus in the game. No Vikings for ByuN, but he has a couple of EMPs available. Well-placed EMPs could be huge. Gather. And you have the 2-2 upgrade still coming over. A couple of these Zealots getting shot at. Going to be a nice catch as well. Stalker shoots, but the mine goes down. Bio will get rid of the Zealot as well. Gonna finish off this CC, so ByuN able to get towards a 4th command center without it being denied yet. That said, obviously the Protoss army is coming around the top. He is producing 4 Vikings at a time. Over, Bio army gonna stem a few of those zealots, beginning to drop. Continuing to go down here for a moment or two. The Vikings gathering as well. This top couple of Vikings gonna get straight after the Prism. It's gonna go down. The DTs are swinging though, and that's gonna be harassment ByuN has to deal with while the rest of this pressure continues, so needs to handle this. DT and the Zealot gonna swing. Minus 20 SCV is not pretty for ByuN, but maybe he can capitalize and get rid of the army while clearing the DTs at the end of it all. So Stalk Colossus trying to push in. Just gonna see this Bio still coming up. A couple of Stalkers trying to get there. The Sentry coming through the Colossus. A couple of those going down. The Vikings hitting. The Colossus is falling, and we are going to be seeing the Zealots. The Stalkers continue to drop as well. Just getting those pushed a little further away. +2 ship weapons, +3 attack on the Engineering Bay, also continuing to come into place. Vikings going to be there. A couple of medevacs nearby. Stalkers get pushed back over. Just going to see the Colossus. Going to try and fire from far. Vikings putting some good damage out. This Colossus is going to drop. Centering the Stalkers falling as well. ByuN pushing through. Lack of an armor upgrade is going to make those Zealots just not as tanky as they want to be either. And again, we might have killed 31 SCVs as MaxPax, but minus a bunch himself. He will lose this base, and ByuN, if he knows about the top left, could just walk there afterwards and just deny it. He does know about it, so he could just go there after. We'll see if he wants to. Diving up, a few of those probes still going down. The Stalker stepping over. Vikings are going to land. So yeah, we are just going to deny this base too. ByuN making sure that MaxPax is more or less checkmated in the economy and putting him into an extremely difficult position. And +3 attack upgrade, finishing on the Engineering Bay. Just going to see the Stalker's going to get underneath. The Medevac's taking some damage, starting to go down. The Bio turns, and a couple of the Stalkers already getting shot at. One of them dying instantly. This Bio Viking Ghost Force into the center. Just going to see our next continue to come through. Viking shooting Colossus. Goes down already. Max just going to say GG. He sees this fight will not go his way, and we will get a 3-game series between ByuN and MaxPax in the quarterfinals. Winner will advance to play Kua in the semis, as Kua has 2-0'd Nicorect. Kua second place. Top 4 last week, is looking for another top 4 this week. Or is in the top 4 again this week, looking for maybe better than that. This time around, MaxPax ByuN Game 3 in a few moments. And how's everyone doing over on the YouTube as well? If you're on the YouTube, do not forget as well, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It takes a few moments and helps us out massively. Liking lets more people find the video. Subscribing makes YouTube think that we're doing good, and if we're doing good, it likes to tell more people to come watch the stream as well. So do help us out on the YouTube. Hit those buttons, like and subscribe us up. It goes a long, long way. It helps us out massively, as previously mentioned. We did finally hit that 50,000 subscriber mark, by the way. So we don't have a goal. We're not pushing toward anything, but it's obviously very nice to be. It is very nice to be kind of getting back on track and just still keeping the numbers going, keep it rolling. Give it a year, and maybe we'll be close to pushing towards another number. Very exciting. Very exciting. Bottom right-hand corner, the red Terran player bringing us to this game 3. This is going to be ByuN. Up against the blue products in the top left corner of the map, we're going to have ourselves a MaxPax here in WardiTV Mondays 99. I know 100's just a number, but it is very cool that we're going to be at 100 next week. And again, I know I literally talked about this just at the start of the last game, but it is very cool to just sit back and think on, so shout out to you all. Appreciate the support. And sent it into the corner for a moment or so here as ByuN expands super early on the high ground. Hides it away as well. May make MaxPax thinks this is something of a proxy early as the probe comes across the map to scout. If he... Okay, well, there's going to be the barracks. Okay, because if you see the barracks, then you know the timing. So the CC is actually just going to be as close as possible float to the low ground as well. So it's not actually going to be that weird. It's just a safe command center first. Couple of barracks going down. Just going to be seeing the Nexus of the Cybercore continuing up as well. Bringing that over. CC coming into place. Just going to have this probe heading up to the high ground. The Marine coming out of the barracks. We have ourselves a second barracks as well. So ByuN pretty happy settling into this one just initially. Next coming over, again the probe, the Stalker and company coming up also. The pressure coming through, I mean the Stalker going to poke across the map. Again, ByuN has a good eco. If nothing happens in this game, then he's in a very comfortable position just starting out, basically. So we'll see how well that goes. Cyclone and the Marine continue to come by. Take a couple of moments. Stalker's going to poke at the CC, but we should have a long-term kind of solution for this. ByuN's about to have the Cyclone, which will make this whole situation a whole lot easier. Dealing with this, pushing this away, should not come difficultly in the next couple of moments as we do see the Cyclone locking onto a Stalker for a moment or two there, putting some pressure out, putting some damage in for now. Cyclone actually locking on from the high ground, going to be good to get rid of the Adept, but as long as MaxPax kind of keeps this in a scenario where you're keeping this, you know, natural from landing, you're going to be pretty happy because you are heavily delaying the eco of the Terran player at that point, so it's good to see. Link about halfway done. That's Stimpack continuing up as well. Obviously, once Stimpack is out, ByuN's going to feel a lot more comfortable in this game too, and probably feel a lot better about where things currently sit for himself. Nexus almost halfway. Again, the Forge coming around. Continue to bring that into place. Nexus just settles, and again we take a couple of moments to get ourselves established. With all this bio gathering up and upgrades being done, you expect ByuN is looking to move out sooner rather than later. MaxPax with the blink already done is going to look to harass, gets into the main base. That's not a nice blink with a lot of bio nearby. Massive stim from ByuN, gets 2 stalkers only. I'd say that's pretty fortunate on the side of MaxPax, honestly. I feel like he could have lost a whole lot more off of that blink and how quickly ByuN was able to jump on it, so felt like it could have been a whole lot worse, a whole lot more quickly than that. Combat shield concussive, and the +1 attack coming through as well, so again bring that up into place for the moment. Bit of bio just going to be there. Those stalkers get pushed the other way. And we're going to see a little bit of the bio still putting that pressure on. So again, just keeping these stalkers back. ByuN, at least in that regard, is able to keep MaxPax turning. What will MaxPax have on the other side here soon is a good question. Obviously, Immortal is coming up. It's going to be 2 Immortals. Doesn't have the Robo Bay. Just working with the 6 Warp Gates still. Gets a couple shots off. Few hits coming in early. Again, just putting some early damage out on that for the moment. We have a lot of units actually pressing through. I mean, ByuN is still pushing at the front again. No splash damage to stop it, but there is the power of those Immortals. Their tanky is one of the main things, of course. As being tanky is obviously a pretty big deal. Being able to just not die and have the batteries keep you healthy. ByuN losing a few SCVs on the other side. Is down by 13. Has got a 3rd command center building, but it's not done yet. So he needs to keep this pressure up and probably needs to find a little extra. Because I feel like right now MaxPax is defending well enough. He's going to be in a good position economically. This at least is nice from ByuN. Going to not deny this wave of the Zealot run die with that much more issue. He probably should go pylon hunting. He's got to figure out where these Zealots are coming from, because that can be a long-term problem if you don't deal with the pylon and you let this just stick around forever. Then that can absolutely be a very troubling situation as well. With the Mines, Marauders and so coming up. Continue to bring that over. You have the Robo Bay and the Forge coming online as well. Bringing this through 2 currently. A little bit of bio jumping in. A couple of Zealots coming about also. Firing on into place. Just going to have ourselves a little bit of a push forward. This attack still continue to come into position here. Just going to be seeing this Nexus is going to go down. A little bit of a capture going on as well. Okay, Bio is going to go shooting. We push back. The Stalkers go the other way. Again, Bio coming back down. A couple of Widow Mines gathered up. Just going to be seeing this orbital command is going to land into the front on that 3rd base as well. Going to put that in position. Our Stalkers still moving along. We have the Medivacs going to be under some fire. Big sim on that Bioforce, pushing that army away back toward the top side again. +2 attack is going to finish, +1 armor's halfway done. Still thermal lances. Also about halfway through here currently as the Stalker's pulling forward. Widowmine shots are good, hitting a bunch of units. This Bioforce still pulling back. MaxPax is still pressuring forward. And so far is looking decent to have pushed ByuN out of here a little bit. Both players will disengage and take a moment to reset at this point and reposition. Couple more hits going off. The Vikings will land some shots. I was just going to run into this mineral and get after those SCVs. Colossus firing, a bunch of these SCVs still dropping. Pushing around again. Bio's still going to be hitting these immortals, taking damage. Sentry going down. MaxPax determined to push on through here. The army supplies are similar, but those medevacs are out of energy. The last Vikings will get rid of the Colossus. These two immortals have been huge throughout this, but blink away with the Stalks, that means the immortal gets abandoned. It will try and make a final pick off, but the medevacs find some healing to keep us going. Medevacs Vikings still coming up. Just going to see the T2 upgrades still coming around. Again, +3 attack, +2 armor. Continuing to come into place here currently from MaxPax as we have the Marine Marauder, the SCVs all coming over. Stalker's going to shoot a little bit of this Bio going down. The medevacs and the Vikings will be there. For now, at least ByuN is surviving. The biggest issue for ByuN has got to be that worker count difference. Down by 26 workers is a pretty serious problem. Felt's still building, just going to have the gateways coming through and online. The robo facility coming up also. Stalkers will put some pressure onto the orbital. A couple of these SCVs will continue to drop. Orbital will land down onto the 4th base in the next few moments. So we will see ByuN at least challenging for the economy. MaxPax already a 5-base Protoss, so his economy is great. He's looking to be in a good position. As you can see, the Bio Vikings still going. The Vikings getting after the Colossus already. One Colossus just living through and getting so much extra damage, it will go down, but this comes at the cost of ByuN's 17, 20 SCVs. GG must be called, and ByuN must leave, as MaxPax will move into the semis. Feels like the first time in a while we're seeing MaxPax make a run on the WardiTV Mondays, but he will advance through for some more PvT for himself as he plays against Cure in round of 4. Hero waiting for SHIN or Percival, so we're guaranteed some non-mirror matchup semi-finals. Not sure. SHIN's actually streaming right now. I don't think anyone is in game with SHIN. Yeah, he's 21 minutes in game. I'm not sure what game of the series it is, but he will continue through. super hyped about the last night's announcement of the weekly Zero Space. Yeah, I guess we'll just take a quick moment to talk about this, guys, while we're waiting for videos from Kira and MaxPax. But we have got a weekly Zero Space tournament confirmed, and the best part of this is it's going to be guaranteed for the next year. So if you have been enjoying a little bit of Zero Space, the WardiTV Zero Space Weekly begins September 1st. $500 every single Tuesday. And we'll be live right here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, if you're a YouTube viewer, there is a specific YouTube... there's a new YouTube channel that will be specifically for Zero Space content. I'm not 100% sure. I might still stream it on my main YouTube channel. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not sure if that's like a bad thing or not. But if you're interested in like Zero Space VODs, like Zero Space specific uploads will definitely go onto the YouTube channel. That is the Zero Space one. The streaming, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on just yet. I'm still figuring that out. So, you will be able to join us for this. Like I said, yes, it is right here on Twitch, on the same channel. There's no reason to change it on Twitch, obviously. The YouTube is specifically because YouTube, you know, if we're going to be having daily games, it doesn't make sense for us not to, you know, it doesn't make sense for us not to upload a bunch of, or not daily games, but like if we have weekly matches, we'll be uploading a bunch. And it just doesn't, YouTube doesn't like you uploading 2 games to the same channel. Live streams is a bit different, but yeah, take some time, take some moments, and subscribe to the new Zero Space YouTube channel that I'm running. And the first uploads for that will come either tonight or tomorrow. Obviously, we had the tournament last night as well. If you want to watch the VODs for that, they're available already. But yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, very exciting. And like I said, that's guaranteed for a full year. So yeah. Very exciting stuff. We'll talk a bit more about it later as well, but just mentioning now is put the link in the chat, and we had the question. Cool. Yes, tournament yesterday was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the Zero Space content. It's really, honestly, I was very impressed yesterday with the viewership. You know, we finished StarCraft 2 with like 800-ish viewers, and I was like, cool. I was like, if we like drop down to like 500 viewers and stabilize at 500 for the Zero Space event, that'd be like really neat. And we peaked at like 1100, 1200. We had a raid or two, but like we naturally went up to like 1000, which is pretty cool. Is SHIN streaming on Soup? Yes, SHIN is streaming on Soup. The best way to find people is if you go to tl.net and then go to the sidebar. That's why I found him, for example. So it's an easy way to get the links if you're looking for it. Okay, MaxPax semi-final coming up in a few moments' time, guys. We are loading to lockdown very shortly. And get that ready to go in just a few moments. And yeah, we'll kick this off and get this going. Alrighty, guys, let's get this started off as we jump into Kira versus MaxPax in just a moment. So, exciting stuff. Excited to use Zero Space. Obviously, our main focus is still StarCraft, guys. I'm not switching games or anything. Just the Zero Space guys approached me with a very cool opportunity to run a long-term event in a game that, when I have cast it, has been a lot of fun. It would be stupid to say no. So, we excited for that. Obviously, we're still going to be cranking out StarCraft content. We still have the Mondays. We still have the WardiTV 2026 series. Summer Championship coming soon, TM. It's going to be a little bit rough to run it because it's either going to be like late August through September, or I'm kind of tempted to delay till after BlizzCon, but also after BlizzCon we have the WardiTV 10-year anniversary event, which is going to be like a week-long tourney, and then the Summer Championship will be very delayed, so I'm going to figure out what to do with the Summer Championship. We might merge it into like a full... I don't know just yet, is the TLDR, so that is a work in progress. I'll keep you guys updated, but we still have plenty of StarCraft plans. We're going to be streaming StarCraft most days still on the stream, just in case anyone's concerned. As in the top right corner, it is going to be our red Terran player. To open up this semi-final matchup, it is going to be Kira, our red Terran player, taking on the blue Protoss in the bottom left corner. This is MaxPax. Alright, best of 3 in the semis. Hero in the other semi-final waiting for Percival or SHIN. They are still playing. Percival and SHIN have had a good time lately. Let's going to be seeing the probe going to nibble at the SCV. Do a little bit of damage here for a few moments. Some damage out. And away we go. Orbital Marine, a probe in production. Just going to have that Marine continue to come through. Probe nibbles at the SDV, and again, Command Center coming up, Cybercore, Nexus, all coming into place, bringing all that through. Everything looking pretty normal for the first few moments. No proxies, no super aggression, no super fast expansions even, like CC first or anything super wild like a Nexus first. Everything looking pretty regular and stable. As we settle down. Second guest just going to be coming up for a few moments. Just get that on the way. And you have our Stalker and the Warp Gate coming up also. I'm just going to be having a couple of SCVs sinking to that gas. The factory still coming up about halfway done. Our Command Center finishing soon as well. Nation is going to go on a little bit of a journey. Just going to be moving over for a couple of seconds there. Yeah, this hallucination continues to move about. Just going to be seeing a couple of Marines are going to see it. They're going to push back as well. And push back on that a little while. Again, Warp Gate, Blink, both coming up at the moment. Just going to see the couple Marines and the Cyclone continue to come into place. Yeah, looking pretty good across the board. Right here. Again, Cyclone Marines, the Medevac coming through. The SCVs are coming over as well. The Cyclone just going to get over to that left-hand side. Again, Nexus, the Stalker, and the Blink all continue to build on through. That battery is coming up also. Nexus building at this point. Well, here comes a push from Q. Pylon going to be the first target. That's going to start going down very quickly. Big damage right away. Just going to see that Pylon denied. Now the Nexus getting jumped on as well. The Stalker's poker. Medevac taking some shots. And Nexus still taking a few more hits. The Stalkers want to come back over. Turn back onto these. The Stalker is getting very low. Is not down yet. First Stalker now dead though. And this Nexus may yet be in trouble as the Guardian Shield of MaxPax will fade. I do think the defense in this situation is going to get tough. He's got to go up the ramp is the problem, and he's bringing all these low HP units up the ramp without Blink ready. Minus a Sentry, minus multiple Stalkers. That's not going to be great, as they do have these Marines just holding the high ground. We might not kill the Nexus. We've killed a ton of units in trying to get the Nexus, which is already very good, all things considered. And obviously, as soon as Blink finishes, it gets a lot easier for MaxPax. Here will just lift a few units up and just threaten the natural. And he can just leave this Medevac here for a while. He is in no rush to move this Medevac along from this position, so he can just sit there, chill, and just let it be for the next few moments. Barracks going to swap on over to the Protect Labs. Both those barracks going to move across. Marines and tanks will gather together. Robo facility will finish up very shortly. Still got the stim pack, still got that combat +1 attack on its way. Secure not going to be upgraded quickly. He has got the second tech lab, so combat shield should not be too much of an issue. Again, +1 combat and stim all building, but this push is going to come before that, so if you're already looking to get in position, using the tanks with a bit of range to help push those Stalkers away. All of them still taking hits. The Raven drops in for a couple of order turrets. We'll get a few of these probes. Stalkers taking a bit of a beating as well. Raven just going to hide in that corner. Nexus still settling. Immortal and the Stalker coming through, and the additional 2 gateways coming online. Or 4 gateways actually coming online. Against impact, combat shield +1, all of that continuing, just getting the attack and the charge building. The Immortal is still coming up. Is MaxPax dead? No, he's not dead, but he's definitely taken a bit of a beating early, right? He lost a lot of units. It doesn't look great, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I mean, maybe he is dead. I mean, no charge is very brutal as well. These Zelds are gonna be underwhelming. Yeah, maybe he is dead. Sometimes I don't like to call it early, but now you put the thought in my mind, yeah, maybe he is. The lateness of charge is obviously a major issue, right? And already being harassed elsewhere, the drop is going to move into the natural as well. Just trying to be an annoyance during this. Like I say, these Zealots, slow moving forward. The Immortals are just going to melt into this pressure. MaxPax is not going to have the numbers to see himself through this one. This Bio Army sitting tight. The few Marines get after the probes, continue to make pickoffs. This Nexus is going to be down in a few moments. MaxPax must say GG. And Cure will take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Yeah, MaxPax was dead. Honestly, like, it's one of those things where it's like, when you have someone like MaxPax, it's like the same as if you have like a Cyril or a Reyna. Like, it's really hard to really be like, you know what, yeah, they feel dead. Because sometimes they find these fights which are just like, well, I didn't expect him to be able to do that, right? Not in that situation, then they do it anyway, and you're left a bit bewildered. But, yeah, I mean, obviously... in this situation, it didn't exactly feel great, to say the least. Ian, hello. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to ask you what you donated for WardiTV Mondays 100 for next week, but I wanted to ask how you actually wanted to use the money. Did you want to use it to, like, buff the prize pool up? Did you want to, like, add top 8 prizing? Do you just want to help us run it? I just like to know what you exactly wanted to do with it, because you donated 200, so... If you want me to just increase it straight by 200 and split it as I think, or whatever, just let me know. As Q just needed a minute, but he's going to be readying up now, so is MaxPax, which means we should count down into Sanctuary for game number 2 of this BO3. Just bump the prize pool. Okay. I was thinking maybe we, anytime we get extra money, I think bumping, like paying out to top 8 is very nice. So top 8 players get $25. And then we have like 100 extra or so. 100 extra minus some transaction fees. I'll figure out. Look, see. I'll pay out top 8 and I'll see what to do with the rest. I'll put it in somewhere, I promise. Could just do like, what do we usually have? 200, 100, 50, 50. Could do... You just bumped up to after that, like 250, 150. Maybe we do 250, 125, 50, 50, and then 25s across the board, and it leaves 25 to cover some transaction fees that probably came in on it. Probably do that. If that sounds good to you. Beautiful. Again, it will be Tuesday next week, guys, for WardiTV Mondays 100. I am in theory back on Monday next week, but I don't think I'm back soon enough and not tired enough to do the Monday Cup. So for safety's sake, we're going to move it to the Tuesday preemptively so that everybody knows. And we'll try and get some hype up. We'll try and get everyone to play. Try and convince some people to come out and take part. That will be on Tuesday for Monday Cup number 100. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. I've already talked about it a bunch. I don't need to go on that again. But wild that we've been able to keep it going this far. And again, it is due to you guys supporting and making these things happen, making these events take place. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate you guys. Big time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time this music comes on, it makes me not want to talk and just bop. Like, I swear down, I'm just like bopping for a second. I can't help it. I just like naturally don't want to speak. Probe pulls up into the main base. Next coming down, I'm just going to see the probe stalker warp gate coming along. A couple of Marines coming out from Cure. Factory in the command center coming up as well. Didn't get that SCV in production. A couple of those SCVs coming over. Stalker Chrono boosting out. Sentry will start as well. Going to see our warp gate coming up. Sentry warp gate all building along. Again, that factory coming up, the command center coming through, going to be done in a moment. The SCV and the Marines now adding on an orbital as well. Destination is going to continue to try and give us some info where possible. Cyclone Marines is continuing to come by. We are going to see the blink in the warp gate coming up as well. Let's continue to produce that through for a couple moments. Again, a couple probes, the warp gate, the medevac, the Cyclone Marines, all the good stuff continue to come through at the moment. Okay, we're going to be looking for some of that early pressure again. Got a lot done last time around. Looking for more once again here. So we have our medevac and the Marines all joined up. A few Stalkers are joined together as well. Robot facility also producing. Now that robot facility going to be done soon. So MaxPax pretty standard, pretty regular. Nothing really so crazy about him for the moment. We'll see. And there's going to be this push from Q that we've got all eyes on. MaxPax, no battery here to help us out. Stalkers and Sentry going down alike. And once again, early push from Q is doing work. Now MaxPax is in trouble because you've got to deal with the fact that you're being zoned out from your natural. And the probes on the natural obviously in trouble as well. The Stalkers don't have blink to engage onto this comfortably. And while we get rid of the Cyclone and the medevac, the Marine count's still good. So all the probes have to run away. That's a win in itself. Look at all that lost mining time. Running to a third base that does not exist. These Marines should not get any more Stalkers at least, but significant mining time lost. And obviously significant amount of damage done. 5 probes, multiple Stalkers. Yeah, you clean up everything from the Terran player, but this was efficient and it was big eco damage done. Q once more early in this game, striking to the heart of MaxPax and putting himself into a fantastic position early. Mortal charge coming through this river, going to come about. It's going to drop the auto turret in. A couple of these probes begin to drop. 2 workers going down with immediate effect there. Stalkers will be here. The tech lab goes down already. Just going to clean that up. Stimpack combat shield and the +1. And we'll continue to build on through. The Marine Marauder coming up as well. Just going to get ourselves a missile turret put into position. Command center still coming into place also. Kira's starting to maneuver around with a little bit of this army, trying to see what there possibly is for him to do in these next few moments. See if he wants to go across the map or not. See if he wants to actually push. I mean, upgrades are finishing, so if he wants to push, the time for it is going to be extremely soon. Then just comes down to the low ground, moving across there initially, is going to get placed onto this third location as well. You drop a little scan, again trying to see what's going on. Again, just orbital, Rotovax, Marine Marauder, concussive shells, and the +1 upgrade, all coming about at the moment. This Raven on the top side, going to come back through. A few units from MaxPax settling into the middle of the map as well. Again, attacks and thermal lance all coming into position already. Just going to see that Raven cruising about the army of MaxPax. A few units posturing in the center already. There's a look for Q moving out and maybe counterattack, stab in or so, but it doesn't seem like too much opportunity is really coming around there just yet. So no chance for now. That Raven will obviously linger. Will always be looking for an opening to dive in and to get a few workers. Yeah, that Robo facility currently boosting out the Observer, the Storm coming up and online. Extra gateways, Robo, pylons continue to come up at the moment. MaxPax is actually going to get into Storm following the Colossus, which is something we don't see too much of lately. Players have generally been avoiding Storm, preferring to go Colossus into Disruptors as their secondary splash damage or so. Again, Storm +2, all of that coming around here. Just going to have the, again, ship weapons, armor upgrade, +2 attack coming around. The Bio will fight for a few moments as well. Just going to see that Ghost Academy coming up as well here currently. Here really is just Satya, man. He's just like, I do not see any reason to move out. I do not want to push into you. I'm just going to sit here and let this game do its thing. Like, he is in no rush at all as the Prism warps in a group of Zealots. Gonna get found though. That Prism is going to die before it can do anything, so no love found there for MaxPax. Good defense from Kira again, just keeping himself secure, removing options from MaxPax, removing ways in which MaxPax might be able to actually get forward and try and make things happen. Again, Biomedevac, Viking tank, all joining up right now. Prism speed is on the way, +2 attack, +1 armor coming online as well. We will knock down some rocks as we move through the inhibitor zones. The slow zones really are brutal on Sanctuary. As seeing Kira starting to approach this army. The High Templates are in the back there, a little exposed for a moment, although they don't get jumped on. So for now, they are fine. Kira just trying to find where he wants to be. He's actually going to move over to the right, and we'll actually see some success from being there. Because this is going to be him getting straight in position. Snipes onto that High Template. Storm didn't really exactly do much, but didn't have much choice. Just had to go for whatever it could reach in the moment. And now we're sieged on that right side. MaxPax may be able to strike through the center of the map in comparison. May be able to make kind of a play through the middle there. He is double expanding one of those bases to the bottom right side. He might actually, do this. Just come around the bottom side and try and flank onto that army could also be very cool. Fire Force coming over, cannons going down. I mean, this Nexus is about to fall. If there's time to move from MaxPax, it's got to be now. Wait any longer, and this is just going to become a little bit too troubling long term. Cloaking coming up, everything else moving back in. Bio going to jump onto this Nexus, and we are going to be having that taking some further damage as well. +3 attack, the Immortal, couple of probes, and the High Templars. All continuing up. A couple of assimilators and pylons will be producing through also. our command centers, orbital, and the rest being added at the moment. Few moments of calm as we settle ourselves in here. Just going to be having the army coming across. We take a couple moments, going backward and forward. Fight coming out again. A couple of those storms already beginning to land, so we get a couple of those moves getting into position. Like I say, a little bit being done, but nothing too crazy just yet. Wells and company continue to come around. Just going to be seeing a couple of shots coming out. Those tanks are in good position, actually doing some good damage. We've got a lot of work done right now. That bunker in position. Also try and hold out. I like the anti-arm missile. Obviously, that's going to do some good work. Just having the again +3, +2 upgrades coming about. The extra high Templar coming up. +3 attack, +2 ship weapons coming online as we speak. Zelts and company continuing to position. Drop a command center to the left. I mean, Stargate on the way, MaxPax recognizing that as this game goes later, he might need some answers for the later stages of this game as well, so starting to get toward that as the bio comes in. A couple of structures will fall already. Having the Archons and co coming through. Bio gonna get there, a couple of probes go down. Second Stargate, fleet beacon, +3 ground armor, and the +1 air weapons coming up also. Putting a lot of this into place as the bio knocks down these rocks. Anything you can do to obviously keep your bases a bit safer for a bit longer is going to be nice. It's not going to take much for MaxPax to knock that down, but at least you force him to go over there and to then, you know, knock him down. It is something at the very least. Towered Archon, Immortal coming through. A couple of these SCVs start to drop the tank. Firing. It's going to melt pretty quickly as we are now going to drop the Storm onto those couple tanks as well. The Vikings find some freebie shots onto the Colossus. And this is -17 SCV, so MaxPax doing a good bit of work here. We're going to have a nuke launching towards this base. And Ghost going to try its fortune. It's not a bad nuke, right? Put some damage on the base, almost guaranteed. Going to get rid of a couple of stack defenses nearby. She does land pretty effectively for everything that was left there. Although everything was kind of dying there anyway, I suppose. Couple of carriers continue to come about at the moment. Going to be seeing 2 more Tempest and a few Stalkers coming into place. The Mothership comes online as well. So again, we are making that switch into this later stage of the game, into this air army. That's going to help a big amount. He blinked in the nuke. I did think he blinked in the nuke. I was just distracted for a second with IRL for a moment. But yeah, I thought more died than I thought was about to. Like, thanks for confirming, guys. I was, like I say, not quite 100% sure. I'm gonna be completely honest with you all, but yeah, he blinked in the nuke. Okay, well that's not great. Maybe he really wasn't aware of the nuke. I thought it was much more going down than what was needed to, but my bad. Missed all that one. A couple Liberators are gonna be set. We are gonna be having everything joining. Again, the Mothership, a couple Tempests both coming into place. And this is a big push from QM. MaxPax's supply has plummeted pretty quickly. Like, he's on his way to so much that's going to help him out long term here, but it's just not there yet. The Mothership, for example, is on its way, but just like I say, not ready yet. That would have been nice to have had. It just doesn't exist right now. The extra high Templars continue to come up as well. You see the extra Liberators and Ghosts all continuing to build out at the moment. Vikings are still in a good spot. None of the motherships here. Let's see if it can actually get some spellcasting off to try and help the day. Again, I'm not going to be overly hopeful for it, unfortunately. I think the Liberators are going to be a big issue with only a couple of Tempests available. And this Ground Army of MaxPax not really living up to it. We step ourselves straight in here. Just directly moves into the Storm, and even despite that is able to overrun. And with the Libs now aggressively sieged, this one is looking a little bit grim on the side of MaxPax. KUA with a great base setup back at home, looking extremely confident at this point in time. This nuke at least will not be stepped into, but there is an army on the left side that is absolutely melting to the force of Terran. As KUA is looking as though he is going to be good to bring this one down. He is going to get himself 2-0 in this best of 3. He is going to have himself the victory screen. KUA firing through. Good start from him both times. It is going to be PvZ on our other matchup. SHIN gets the kill over Percival as we hop to the Korean server for Hero and SHIN. Hero struggled against SHIN a lot lately. We'll see who will advance. It will be a non-mirror final as KUA makes his second final in 2 weeks, by the way. KUA, a long-time finalist, but never winner of the WardiTV Mondays. So he wasn't in the finals last week. He was in the top 4. He's just highly seeded today, but our top 2 from last week still, and Rogue didn't sign up today. But yeah, KUA has been in the finals now 7 times. This is his 7th final that he's just qualified into. He has come second every single time. Today may be his day. We will be finding out. Let me get this ready to go. Alrighty, guys. We'll get this settled. Thank you. We'll get this settled and ready to go into Hero versus SHIN in a few moments. I'll just take us to a quick break screen because I have some lunch. When we come back, more StarCraft 2 from WardiTV Mondays 99. Welcome to semi-final number 2, as we have some PvZ in the top right. The man who's been struggling to figure out a way to play his Protoss versus Zerg matchup. It is Hero. And one of his big adversaries has been SHIN in the bottom left, our orange Zerg. SHIN, top 4 a couple weeks ago, has not made the finals of the Monday Cup since back in July of last year. Like I say, he's had a good track record. He's been the guy eliminating Hero week after week lately. This week they meet here in the semi-finals. Last time Hero beat SHIN was in RSL Group C, 19th of July, so it's been close to a month. The last 4 matches, 2-0, 3-2, 2-1, and 3-1, all in favor of SHIN. So it's definitely been a tough time for Hero, like I say, trying to figure out how to beat SHIN up. Has not gone easily at all. Not at all. Hatch, Cousin Pool, all coming through. Really nothing too wild, just for a moment or so. Pro nibbles on either side, a couple of those mineral patches taking some damage. Cybercore and the Nexus both building up, a couple queens and lings and come through as well. Nothing too crazy just yet, just that link speed on the way. And Queen, a couple of drones and company coming up as well. Squirrelich, thank you so much for the 47-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you for priming us up. Had a nice bit of momentum on the subs, guys. We struggled to get back above 500 for a while, but we're now at 548. Looking strong. Maybe even surging towards 600 over the next couple of days before. I am away a little bit, so the reason the Monday Cup is on Tuesday next week, I'm away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm back Monday, just probably not in the state of mind or at the time to cast a Monday Cup, so that's why we moved to Tuesday. And then the week after, so next week's kind of weird as well, because I'll be back on the Tuesday. But then I'm away again on the Wednesday, kind of later in the day. I'm not sure if I'll have time to cast Kung Fu Cup. Probably not, unfortunately. So I probably won't have time. So next week I'll be here for the Tuesday, then I'm away. Helen's getting some surgery done, so I'm away like Wednesday, Thursday, back Friday, but looking after Helen, so probably not really live over the weekend is going to be the situation. But things are a little bit... kind of hear that. Depends how much looking after Helen needs, which is probably a fair bit. So I'm probably not planning to stream that weekend either. But then once I do get back, we've got a lot planned. I'm not really traveling away anywhere anymore after that. Just, like I say, some days here and some days there spent elsewhere. Why am I traveling so much? I try and have a work-life balance nowadays. You guys are just used to me streaming every day. So when I actually take 2 or 3 days off, it's like, what? What do you mean it's happening again? The crazy thing is that most people will take at least 2 days off a week. It's crazy. Queen's getting underneath the Void Ray, pushing that back. Void's just gonna shoot. Hatch goes down. Hatch on the bottom side settling as well. Vacation. It's not vac. I mean, we're going on a little trip away this weekend. I'm going to a festival for a couple of days, so it'll be fun going camping. But yeah, the weekend after is for Helen's surgery, so I'll actually mostly be around, just not necessarily able to commit to streaming. Feelings move about in depths in the Void Ray. We'll gather around, put some pressure on. I mean, Void Ray is... I haven't really explained what's going on in this game. If you just haven't watched PvZ lately, you might be like, what the heck, this is great. But this is just PvZ right now. Every game is Void Rays. And the Zerg figuring out what they want to do to try and kill the Void Rays. Void showing up, keeping those lings back. Move toward this top side. And then we'll settle here momentarily. Why Voids? Because nothing else is good. You can't really play ground Protoss because you can't apply pressure as easily against Zerg. The gateway buffs do not really help you in that regard. The gateway is very awkward to use in PvZ anyway, because if you just use them as gateways, you have to rally them through your wall off. That has to be there, otherwise you get hit by run-bys. So just playing ground toss is very awkward right now. So Void Rays are just a more comfortable way to try and apply pressure and to give yourself a chance of eventually building into kind of like a Sky Tossy army. Here we just use the Void Rays to snipe this base, which is very powerful. Yeah, weapons on the side of core. We'll get it finished before it goes down. SHIN actually not going to commit to that. Is going to attack in the right side with the Banes. Oracle activated, just going to see those few Zerglians going down. Mothership hitting a few Overseers. Knife coming up, plus 1 melee, plus 2 missiles, both building. A few Banes are coming online as well still. Sounds so fun to watch. Yeah, the biggest issue right now, I think, is that it does feel like every game is just Void Rays for PvZ. There's not a situation where, like, in the past we've seen, like, well, this game is Void Rays, but the next one, like, this game is, like, Blink Stalk Pressure, but the next is going to be, like, Oracles in the chart. Like, right now, it's just Voids every time. I don't think it's even that bad of a style to watch necessarily right now. It's not like they full-on camp up to Sky Toss. Like, they do get Storm, they do transition into ground later. Like, there's definitely been worse variations of the Void Ray meta, but it is quite... I mean, Hero has basically done the same thing day in and day out for weeks now, which is pretty rough. Can the Toss Army even fight Hydroling Bane? You'd be surprised. People count Void Rays out very early, me included a lot of the time, and I have to constantly remind myself not to chat shit about the Void Rays, because I quite often chat shit and then the Zerg gets hit, and that kind of feels like it's on me. Void's used surprisingly well. I mean, especially once you get Storm up to help, it's nice, but obviously Storm is not as good. I think the Storm nerf is also a big part of it. Like, playing just pure Storm is very rough now, because the damage you need to kind of knock Bane lanes down just requires an extra little bit of a Storm tick, which is very tough to get. It's very tough. Yeah, so these Banes are going to crash through. Pylon stack defense are going to launch themselves in here. Just going to see this Nexus going down. Voids here to push the Hydra Ling Bane back the other direction. And if your Infestors coming up, the Adrenal Glands as well, Burrow and the rest of this continuing to come through. Get down there, a little bit more being done. Just going to have the Voids, well, at least push this back. SHIN, I think, has done a good job, though. He's kept Hero to 3 bases. However, what we have seen in the past, you knock the Protoss down and have them dead to rights, apart from you actually have to still kill the army. Let's see if he can do that. He has got the Infestors joining us for Fungal soon. Bane's going to threaten this lineup. I was going to say, those High Templar can't really defend themselves. They need to be super careful against those Banes as they get closer and closer, so needing to be a little bit cautious there. A couple more storms coming down. This is SHIN's army trying to do what it can. All the High Templar now gone. They got crashed into. You see the Hydras, you see the Infestors, the Lings and the Overseers gathering together. A couple of the Tempests and the +3 attack upgrade coming through as well. Tempest and Void Rays continue to make their way across. Ultras, Hydras, Chitinous Plate, and Aspire continue to come through also. Couple Lings go back over the other side. Just going to be seeing this mothership arriving overhead. It's just going to be coming through for a couple of seconds. Just going to see the Lings are gathering up also here. So again, having this settling for a moment or two. So we attack coming about, continue to get that on the way. Barrier and the rest continue to come about. And the +2 melee upgrade is still coming over. Continue to bring that into place right now. Continue to get this settled. Void coming about. Continue to settle this in for a few moments. You can see the Void Ray is coming up for a couple of moments here then. So again, getting that ready to go. Just having our unit still gathering up. The Zelda's going to come diving in. This Hatcher going to take some damage. So again, we put some damage out for a few moments. The Ultra's going to jump into a few Zelds. Just going to get cleaned up for a couple seconds as well. Storm coming down here. Continue to hang on in here. SHIN continue to take a lot of the map at the moment. A couple of interceptors will go flying through. And just coming about for a couple seconds as well. So that's going to bow. These Ultras going to be hitting. The Ling's going to be right there as well. So going to be seeing the carriers. I'm going to be fighting through the Microbial Shroud. Is nice to give SHIN a little bit more chance to really deal with things a little bit more comfortably, making sure we don't take too much damage overall. Again, the extra voids, the Oracle continue to come up at the moment, so we bring a lot more of this into place right now. Continue to get that on the go. Just gonna see the voids coming through, the Greatest Spire and on second Spire for upgrades. SHIN giving themselves some options later in this game. Wants to try and keep Hero down on the economy. If you can keep Hero to being a 4-base Protoss, eventually he runs out of cash. Like, it's just not possible for him to have money forever, believe it or not. So, if we can just kind of keep that going in our favor, that would be incredible. The question will be, is that possible or not? That is our big question mark. +3 missiles, +3 melee, all coming through. The couple spores, creep tumors, extractors, all coming about as well. This army gets resettled in the middle. And again, +3 missiles and melee coming through. Greater Spire going to be done very shortly. See these ultras are pulling back around as well, so again, just going to be seeing this dive in. Hitting the fungal growth on a bunch of the voids is going to be very nice. That's the kind of direction we want to see things going in here for the Zerg player long term. And Hero is not got that much in the bank at all. We are going to see the Lings and the Ultra continue to dive in for a couple of seconds. Gather. Again, we take a couple moments just to join ourselves up, figure out how we want to approach the next step of this. These units still coming through. I mean, obviously pushing in pretty aggressively with Hero. His army in the center looks good. He's minus 24 probes. Pretty much as all in as he's going to get right here. At this point, there's not really much for him to do apart from just try to find a way to survive. Plain and simple, unfortunately. It's do as much damage as you can and just hope that that possibly might be enough. Just not what you love to say, but I think that really is just the situation of this one right now and where things kind of sit at this point. Going to be having the Hydras jumping in. Just going to see a couple of these Tempests getting caught as well. Actually getting hit by the fungal growth. Hero supply is dropping down. GG must be called. And SHIN will take the opening map of this semi-final. GG's. You'd love to see MaxPax in this matchup. MaxPax is also playing SkyToss now, for the most part. The problem is if you don't play SkyToss, it's really tough to do anything to slow the Zerg down. If you don't slow the Zerg down, you're playing a miserable game. You know, like, it's very tough to figure your way out of that trouble. It is very, very tough. Game 2 coming up in a moment, my friends. Get this ready to start. Or not, because they did not invite me to the game. Always a classic. Let's see if they come out. If they do not, we will just watch from someone's stream. We'll just give it a second, guys, see if they realize or not. Did I miss the lobby link because of achievement spam? No, there just wasn't a lobby link. All good. We'll just watch from the someone else's point of view. We'll just have no game sounds for this one game, guys. What's up, man? Thank you for the 29 months in the Prime. What do you save in StarCraft and Zero Space? I mean, doing what I can. I don't think I'm saving Zero Space, though. Saving StarCraft, getting given good opportunities in Zero Space. Alright, guys, we're going to have to watch this one from the Korean point of view. I do not have access to the game. They they managed to start without me, which genuinely kind of impressed by. Genuinely kind of impressed by, but all good. Doesn't really matter. We'll just be missing game sounds a little bit on this one. Apologies. Then we'll kick this off, and like I say, just no game sounds on this one if you guys are wondering. If someone asks in the chat, please just give them the same message. Just give them the reminder that we just have to watch on the Korean stream because they went in game without me. Like, it's not the end of the world. Just let me know. I'll let people know. Spread the message when people inevitably do ask. The StarCraft music is on because that's just playing from my StarCraft in the background. But the in-game sounds is obviously not going to be coming through on the Korean stream. Otherwise, we hear the Korean commentator. How can players even forget me in the lobby? I think the crazy part is, like, they didn't even drop a lobby link. Or if they did, like, someone logged in, and right now some people have a bug when they log in, all of their achievements pop into chat. So, like, if you're friends with someone and they get an achievement, it pops up, right? But for some reason, it's refreshing everyone. So someone logged in, and I see 100 achievements in chat. So if they put the lobby link down, it gets insta-deleted. Obviously, not everyone has this issue because everyone has different friends, right? So if someone doesn't have the same friend as me, and they don't see that, they don't see the lobby link disappear, and I never saw the lobby link, so... all good. Happens. Happens sometimes. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Just showing off that I have a lot of friends. I'm just showing off that I have the wrong friends, actually, if you think about it. If you think about it, it's not actually as cool as you think it is, you know? And just settle for a few moments, guys. Obviously, feelings are setting up. Not really too much crazy happening for the moment. Just continue to build up and establish what we can right here. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what exactly our next few moments really do just have in store for us. Stalker gathers. You can see that Adept coming through in a moment. The Resonating Glaives is coming up as well. Let's continue to bring that into place. And a couple things again, just gonna apply a little bit. We do see Resonating Glaives and so coming up as well, so bringing that through for a few moments. Getting that online. Again, Resonating Glaives and the Adepts coming up. Robo Facility Probes building into place. The Lings and the Roadrunner coming through also. A few Lings just gather as we step forward. Roadrunner, the Lings, and the Overlords coming up as well. Currently, the Adepts are going to be here. The couple Warp Gates are going to finish the next few moments. Again, Overlords and the Lings come up, the Forge and the Probes will be on the way out. When will Hero take a third? I mean, probably behind this Adept attack, no? Gets the Forge set up, he'll apply some pressure and probably take a third while he's making sure to keep the Zerg busy. And he's going to jump onto a couple Queens here. They're going to go down in 2 volleys. It's pretty nice. And now you open up the access to this mineral line. Shin's Roaches are on the way, but they're not going to be in great numbers immediately, and that is a problem. He's not lost too many drones, now has lost a couple. We move over to the natural expansion where we'll find no more drones, and the Roach is actually able to start getting some damage done here. This may not have been as good of a shade as he wanted it to be, although we still force a lot of lost mining time as we commit here. We just want to make sure we're actually killing the drones off and not hitting Roaches. Right now, drones are definitely the big target. But you also want to, I mean, drones are your target, but you also want to make sure you're not going to die to the counterattack. You don't want to just roll over if the Protoss comes across the map and he has if the Zerg comes across the map and he has too many units. So it's kind of a balancing act of let's deal damage to the economy. Let's also make sure we don't have so little damage done to the army that we don't just die the moment they come back on the other side. So let's see what we can do. $11 in depths down, we minus 8 drones. I mean, getting 3 queens is pretty nice as well. Again, Hero's biggest problem here is perhaps just the fact that he just doesn't have a third base. Like, he knocked Shin's economy down, but he has to build a third now. His, economy is not going to be growing at this point, whereas as soon as Shin re-drones, his income is going to start taking a little bit of a lead. So, you can start seeing that coming around here. Roach's queen will continue to come through. Settling down for a few moments. And Roach Drawing is getting that Roach speed into place, so it's going to be a big deal. Kind of what you'd expect to see at this point as well right now. Again, this army begins to make a little bit of a move forward and get set up into this for a few moments. Bring this all about. Just going to not have enough to deal with this attack, and that is going to be GG's. Hero going to tie us up 1-1, and Hero looking to make the finals of a Monday Cup here today. We'll join the lobby this time around. Not going to miss it. Game number 3 coming up. I'm just going to kick this through, guys. Alright, let's go into Rainfall. Game number 3, we're into the action. Apologies for the lack of game sounds on the last one, guys. But we're back on track. We're in the game this time around. Again, appreciate you all joining us here. And again, shout out everyone tuning in. Once again, the YouTube viewership through the roof as it has just always been lately. Appreciate you guys if you're watching on YouTube. Again, do not forget, if you're on the YouTube, it's super easy to hit the like and the subscribe buttons. Takes a few moments, helps the channel out a lot. And obviously, it's a free way to support. And if you hit those buttons, it helps to lure more people to watching StarCraft, which is only a good thing because it allows us to help run more StarCraft in the future as well. Numbers are important, and that is a free way that you can help those numbers go up. So do check it out. Do make sure you take a second to hit the buttons on the YouTube. Again, I know it's tedious, but if you hit the like button every single time we're live on YouTube, again, it just makes such a big difference. I know it's annoying, I know it's something, like I say, it's like every stream you gotta do it, but it's just so useful. So, again, thank you if you take the time to. Consider doing it if you don't already. I appreciate you guys as we jump into Game 3 of this series. In the top left, Shin, in the bottom right, Hero. The Adepts doing enough for Hero to then follow up aggressively in that last one. And here we are now, going to our deciding map in this semi-final. A SHIN Cure final will be fascinating. The SHIN has not won in a long, long time. Cure has never won. A Hero final. Then I gotta cheer for Cure, you know? Not that I don't want Hero to do well, just... It's nice to see kind of different guys win. Having another new kind of first-time Monday Cup champion would be really cool, and of all people, surely Cure should win a freaking Monday Cup at some point, you know? Like, he is also a guy who plays in all of these. It's not like Cure's like... It's not like some other players who haven't won a Monday Cup. It's like, well, they played in like 4 all-time or something, but it's like... Cure plays in all of these, and he's made the final 6 times, but he's never been able to win it. Super crazy. Super crazy. Gonna gather up, just gonna be having a couple hatcheries, the drone on the way through for a little bit, so we get all of that brought around. Probe just scouting. Again, a couple hatches in the spawning pool continue to come up at the moment, so I'm going to bring that into place and get that on the go. Play from here. And see what we can do. This hatchery coming down to the 3rd base as well, so everything getting going in the right order, in the right place as well. Very reasonable at the moment. Going to have our cyber core continue to build by here. Yeah, probe checking about that 3rd hatchery coming through. Again, Stargate coming up, that warp gate is continuing to come about as well. And yeah, Stargate's not a surprise. We'll see if we want to play straight to the Void Rays again. Problem is, it's like you win a game off of the Adepts, but do you really expect to be able to win a second game off the Adepts? It's kind of a tough question that oftentimes the answer to is just no. Usually if you try and do the same thing twice like that, it's very difficult to see success with it. So then you're trying to come up with a different answer, but going for something different has typically been the Void Rays, and it's not like Hero. I mean, he got into a longer game, but I wouldn't say I was ever really confident about him in that longer game. He had a push that was dangerous, but SHIN showed fine well. He was very capable of making do against it, so... Things and drones continue to come around for a couple moments. Just going to reposition. Just going to have a couple of Adepts pulling back. The Oracle's going to be nearby. The Zerglings will run in to deal with the Adepts, but we're going to lose a few drones, and some lost mining time as the drones pulled in to try and help against that as well. So it's going to be pretty substantial. 12 extra drones all coming up. This Oracle coming through. Gateway and the Adept still building. Minus 4 workers is definitely not a bad point to be at. You can see a few Adepts getting warped in, so you're going to bring those about already. Bring that straight through. And we continue to settle at the moment, so we're going to get that going, get that all working. So you see the lings wrapping around, Adepts are going to get caught. Lings wrapping, Queen's coming about. Thing's gonna run by for a couple seconds. This is going to run through a couple probes down. The depths are committing in, so it's time to send it. These are not claved. Means the link counter is doing work, but it means that they're not over here to help defend against this. This is going to come through. Depth's going to get shot down. Things run in. Depth's going to gather. She's going to get that wrap around. She's going to be seeing the Queen's going to be hitting. Oracle's going to continue to take shots. She's going to see the Queen's doing well against those Oracles. The Adepts are going to shade again. The Ling's going to chase, and those Adepts getting surrounded. And Adepts will be dropping down, so this looks like a cleanup from SHIN this time around. Some missiles coming up. Hydra Den is coming through. Additional drones coming over. Forge Twilight Council building. Our Nexus is halfway done. The Void Ray still coming online. Then the battery coming through. The Zerglings will join together at the moment. Oracle's activating, hitting this missile upgrade, so just going to put a bit more pressure in here for a couple of seconds, put some work in. I'm just going to be actually getting the missile upgrade. That's kind of low-key crazy, no? I didn't kind of expect like this to actually die, but I guess Oracles didn't have an answer and they weren't nearby, and so we lose our upgrade. That is... Oh no, I'm going to stand by. That is still absolutely bonkers. Sometimes silly things happen, huh? Sometimes silly things happen. That is definitely one of those moments. Things will wrap around as well, just going to make their way over, just going to be seeing a couple Oracles will activate, pushing those Lings back the other way. Missiles, Carapace, the Hydra Speed, all coming up as SHIN gets powered in. And Hero's going to continue to play on the ground. Doesn't have a lot though, as he gets charged up, he's adding gateways on. Like his army right now looks horrific. 2 Voids, 2 Archons, and a small group of Zealots. Like any sort of Hydra push kills this. I guess obviously the extra gates coming online, we'll see how much he can get up. Has the Temple Archives, won't go a Storm though, just using that to build Archons with. Doesn't quite get that Void. Don't think 2 Voids make too much of a difference, apart from being a slight annoyance here and there every now and then. So that's coming over. Archon's going to hit the Overlords for a couple of moments. So these units just going to try and jump on this. I mean, Hero being out on the map feels wild right now. The Banes are here to hit the Zealots. That makes this unengageable for Hero. There's no way if the Banes crash onto the Zealots, you're going to have any sort of a chance to deal with this. Ling, Bane, Hydra, just going to be enough to push this army away. Hero has to pull away down that right-hand side currently. Two new Colossus coming up. The Hydra's get underneath. Prism goes bye-bye. Seeing that get knocked down immediately. Now SHIN is going to show up on this base. Good stasis towards to start us off. Does SHIN want to wait for those to expire? He's losing a couple of units because he's rolling them into the Archons. They'll show up on the other side as well, so here is some kind of pressure. Supply blocked, so he can't get additional defense over here. But hey, those Colossus are going to be here soon. Man, the Stasis Wards might buy you enough time for the Colossus to come out. Colossus are very good against the army. It's just going to be whether it's enough or not. Elves coming through. The Queens and the Lings getting hit. Going to be having a couple more of those elves continue to go down. Hero gets, still heavily supply blocked with what's going down. He loses his third. SHIN anywhere near a hive? No infestation pit. Just wondering if you could get like Vipers up to deal with the Colossus, because the Colossus are going to be a problem. He throws the infestation pit down now. I think that is the fastest route to having an answer to the Colossus. I mean, the alternative is Spire into Corruptors. He's going to do a bit of both. Spire comes down also. Hero re-expands forward base to the left-hand side for him as he sets that back up into position. Don't really love where he's at. Obviously, losing the third is pretty brutal. Archons, Colossi gathering through external thermal lands, and the +2 coming up as well. To attack. The Exozealots all coming over. Just going to see the Hive and the Spire continue to produce through. 21 Banes on the way from SHIN, now making it 33. I mean, SHIN's going to hit with a heck of an army, but he does have to engage from all angles against the Colossus. He can't. And his army's not terrible from Hero. It's just there's not going to be a lot of follow-up to it if he loses it. That is the biggest issue. He's got a ton of force field. SHIN might even want to give up this base, because it's not like Hero is giga rich at home, and maybe he has creep though, so it makes it very tempting to fight this. I guess you at least want to try and bait the force fields into place already. SHIN is killing probes on the other side of the map. The third base that's coming up is probably going to go down soon. The force fields, good enough for the moment, but that's kind of what SHIN wanted, right? You bait the force fields out. Now a lot of those sentries are low energy when the next fight comes through. And you still have a ton of the units available here as SHIN. He's even having a few Corruptors on to help him against the Colossus. Dive straight in. Hero supply plummeting. And these Hydras, even against Colossus in this case, are probably going to be fine because they can just close the distance. Kill this off, and Hero is not going to make it to the finals once again. Another weekly Monday where he will not quite make it the distance. SHIN goes to the finals. And for the first time in over a year, SHIN is a finalist in the WardiTV Mondays. The last time he made it, he went back-to-back weeks, lost to Hero, lost to Classic. SHIN is a one-time winner of the WardiTV Mondays. This will be his fifth finals. He's a one-time winner. He won WardiTV Mondays 2 back in 2024. SHIN won the second ever Monday Cup. He made the finals again in weekly 7 in October of that year. And then he went all the way until July to make back-to-back finals and has not been in the final again since. Can SHIN reclaim the title? Can Kua be a first-time winner of the Monday Cup on his 7th attempt in the finals? It's going to be either a first-time winner or the first time we've had someone win in a long time. Either way, it's kind of an exciting result in terms of the Monday Cup standings. Hero locks in for a top 4, but it's obviously not been great for him. Hero was in the finals 3 weeks ago, so it's not been forever, but it's been actually since June, so that Hero has not won one of these. And for a while, he was the guy that was chasing down everybody else, claiming he MaxPax. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. Alright, guys. We will get ready to go here soon for our finals. I'm going to nip BRB a couple of moments. It's going to be SHIN versus Kua. I'll just let them know I'm BRB 1 minute, and we'll go into this finals in a second, guys. I will not even put you guys on the break screen because I will truly just be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Guess who's back? It is Wardy. Wardy is back. At Eternity's Edge, going to be the opening map of this finals best of 5. I felt like this Monday Cup was going very quickly, but we're 3 hours in and we're actually just hitting the finals now, so not super crazy in the end. Q versus SHIN. Again, ready to start here in a few moments. Alright, I'm actually going to restart my StarCraft 2 to reset the music as well, guys, so let me just do that quickly. Just to make sure it doesn't dip out in the finals, because it is that kind of time of the stream. They got what they wanted most, Lambo, Hero Marine, and Wardy, eliminating the top Pro players from the tournaments. I'm getting rage. They're doing it. They're rage baiting me. Ah! They're saying I said things I never said. Breathe. Breathe. We don't have to interact with it. It's okay. Alright, we are in the lobby. We should be able to go soon. SHIN just asking for a minute. It's crazy how I could get so much hate, by the way, for speaking up against the patch constantly and all the rest. And then people can try and actually rage bait me by saying I support the patch. Like, this is absolutely baffling. Like, this literally is a prime example of just how dumb the community can be. No? Like this is just like prime. Like, the thing is, even if this is just a meme comment or something, like, some people genuinely will argue both sides of this in the same Reddit thread on different days, probably. It's crazy. It's crazy. You guys aren't done because you're watching the right stream. Go. You guys aren't actually silly. You guys aren't actually silly, okay? I don't mean to be mean. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, what's up? Testicle Mats. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. If you've got a Prime sub you're sitting on, consider using it. We're over 550, guys. Bam! On the way to 600. Let's keep it going. Keep the support coming. I appreciate you guys for supporting. Thank you so much. I got what I wanted. I ate lunch today and probably enjoyed it. I did. I literally ate my lunch during the... Which series did I eat it during? StarCraft MaxPax ByuN, maybe? I ate it at some point during the games. Crazy business. Does that mean mats in your testicle hair? I mean, maybe it's just testicle mats. Maybe it's not about being a testicle. It's just the word. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a mat for your testicles, you know? When they get tired of hanging, you... Wow. You know what's even better than this? Actual StarCraft 2. Grand Finals of WardiTV Mondays. 99 is in the bottom right-hand corner. Our orange Zerg player. This is gonna be SHIN. In the top left, our blue Terran player. This is gonna be Cure. As we get into the grand finals, and this is exciting. Cure's 7th ever WardiTV Monday finals. He has not won a single one. He could be a first-time champion today, or we could have a second-time victory for SHIN. It's his first final in over a year, his 5th final in total. But he has won one of these before. He won WardiTV Mondays #2. It has been 97 editions since SHIN was able to show up and bring us a W home for the Zerg race. Can he do it again today and put himself as a 2-time Monday Cup champion, joining a very small elite group of players? There are only 6 players who have won 2 or more Monday Cups. Clem, MaxPax, Hero, Classic, Solar, ByuN. And ByuN's won 2. Everyone else has won. I mean, Solar's won 5, Classic 10, Hero 22, MaxPax 25, Clem 28. And then Showtime, SHIN, Rogue, Bunny, Firefly, Trap, and Trigger have won 1. Like I say, Q trying to join the 1 club, SHIN trying to join the 2 club. We settle for a few moments here. A couple overlords moving around. Yeah, put in position. As we take a few seconds. Just obviously take a nice, easy, cool start. Nothing too crazy happening in the first few moments. Let's have our overlord continue to come across and, again, move in position a little bit here and there. See what's going on. Put some work in for a few moments. Couple Marines is going to hit that overlord, taking some damage. Put some work in just initially. Have those few Marines still gathering around. We take a couple of moments just having the racks, the command center, and SCV coming through as well. The Queen's going to hit that. The Marine's going to get pushed away. So a little bit of pressure on the ground with the Marine count early here from Kua, just for a couple of moments. Coming through, the drones coming up, all of the Marines coming around. That stim pack is already starting. Rotron is coming up. Again, those additional drones coming by as well. So bringing those drones out. Again, the stim will be on its way through. The orbital coming up. Yeah, Rotron is about halfway done. And Rotron, the Ladge is coming up. Extra Marines are coming up. Stimpack. Soon Combat Shield. I mean, the Tech Lab in the front is going to be dangerous, but at least it is Combat Shield, the faster upgrade, so if it gets denied, it's a little bit less damning than if you lose the Stimpack. Rebuilds just a little bit more quickly, which is a pretty major boon. So yeah, Roach Speed comes up. The Overlord and the Drone coming about. The Marines, the SCVs, Stim and Combat Shield, all producing through for a few moments. The Marines going to put a bit more pressure out. Just going to knock down these rocks. And again, just having ourselves a Stim and Combat Shield continuing to come by. The Roaches and Roach Speed continue to produce through as well. That Roach Speed is coming about. A few Roaches will pop. And again, we have the Roach Speed and the Roaches coming through. Stimpack, Combat Shield, making their way over. And we do have our factory coming along as well. The Marines will step forward from Kua, just going to get to the middle of the map, take this watchtower in a few moments. And Kua with some good numbers here will be forcing more units, but it is Roaches from SHIN, which is a good sign. He's actually going to get aggressive, no? He's going to have Roaches, Roach Speed, and then the Drop Lord to bring some units across the map with and harass with as well. This is going to be huge for SHIN if he can deal with these units. I mean, I said this the other day when someone played against ByuN in a similar scenario. I was like, well, these Roaches should do very well, but then they actually got jumped on and they kind of got shut down. Roach Speed will help. He needs a couple more Roaches to maybe truly have enough here. Kua is going to stem into it, just like this. Here's the extra Roaches. They will help a lot. There'll be morph a couple of Ravagers. The Ravager morph is great, because Ravagers are really tanky while they morph in, so it forces a lot more attack time to just finish those Roaches off. And while you do lose some resources, you don't lose all of them. You get a bit of a refund on the Ravager kind of being cancelled, right? So it actually means the Marines have to stay there a bit longer if they wanted to guarantee the kills and the damage they've done. Kind of liked it, and now SHIN is going to come forward and have himself a Roach Ravager attack here. Give it for a second, maybe stepped a bit too far forward there, thinking he could get something done. I mean, these Ravagers are arriving with the bunkers not ready yet, trying to build bunkers in front of the wall, because obviously behind the wall, well, if you have your wall under attack, you're going to lose 2 barracks of production, and that won't be pretty for you long term. Corrosive Bowels being used decently, Kua stemming in. The Ravagers continue to drop, the Roaches as well. The ByuN still trying to trade here. The Ravager count is looking okay. So are the Roaches, as Kua's numbers are not looking pretty. He gets to the bunkers though. Can they be the saving grace? Bunker number 1 will go down. A couple of SCVs repairing it are just not enough. That's the issue with the bunkers being out the front, as it's not easily going to be repaired, and I think SHIN is just swarming two Metro Raptor onto the other side. This sort of stuff, this is what I expected to see the other day when this happened on the stream, and the complete opposite happened. It kind of looked a bit more like what Kia tried to make happen, which is the Marine stim, a lot of the initial roaches go down, and it just becomes a disaster. Obviously, that was not actually quite the case here, and that is going to be GG's for SHIN to take an opening map of this best of 5 grand final day in the WardiTV Mondays 99. Mondays 99. Game number 2 in a second. Just trying to join. GG's and go-go's. In the bottom right-hand corner, the orange Zerg player with the 1-0 lead. This is going to be SHIN. As in the top left, our red Terran, it is Mr. Kua. Getting to the best of 5 series. Let's see if we can bring it back as Kua. I think so. I actually think this is, generally speaking, a close series. Let me actually Eligulac the two of them. Give me just 1 second. I do it on the other screen, but I already have Eligulac set up with SHIN over here, so it'll just be a little bit faster. But it would be if Eligulac didn't time out all the time. New Eligulac is faster, but it also wants me to double check what I'm doing. Like, if I leave it for like 3 minutes, it's like, wait, are you still a human? I'm not sure if you're a human, bro. It's like, are you sure you're of the human nature? Wow, the last 3 results, SHIN 3-0, SHIN 2-0, SHIN 3-0. Those are all the last 3 results of SHIN versus Kua over the past month or so. They haven't played that much, actually, only 3 times since June. So last 3 times, it's been a big SHIN advantage, and he starts this series off 1-0 as well. But it's kind of wild. Kua's good. I know TVZ is oftentimes his weaker matchup, but I don't think he should not be ever winning a map against SHIN. I think that's kind of funky. Alright, Overlord is moving toward the upper left-hand side. Take a couple moments. And just have ourselves the pool first from SHIN. Wonder what that's going to do against a couple of barracks at the front. Oh, you're going to go Marines as well from Kua. It's not 2 Racks Reaper, it's 2 Racks Marine production, so very intriguing. Marines SCV in the refinery coming through. Just gonna have a couple SCVs in the gas. 1 too many. Kua, no! The macro mistake! He does get link speed started and goes bang into gas with all 3 workers. As he does with the Overlord, see the couple of barracks. CC comes in now. Overlord actually falls, which is a nice pick off for Kua to get that really quickly. SHIN supply blocked at 20, has to wait a few seconds for the Overlord. Next Overlord has to come early. An Overlord going down this early is substantial at the end of the day, because obviously the earlier it happens, the more expensive it is to replace it. SHIN just says he's going to Bane Burst. I love it as well, because there's a reactor that's going to be a weak part of the wall. So that feels like an easy target as well, potentially go after here. Marines move over to the left. Reactor and Tech Lab both building through. Link Speed, Bane Nest. A few additional Zerglings coming up. Those Zerglings gather around. Just got the Overlord nearby. A few other Marines pulling back up toward the top. And again, we have the Command Center and a few extra units producing. But like I say, this is going to be an attack and a commitment from SHIN. Looking to punish the lack of Hellions. Looking to punish the lack of anything that really scouts as well. Right? Like, it's very hard for Kua to know what's happening on this map, because all he has is the few Marines that at some point here have to back away and give a lot of space. because otherwise they're going to get caught by link speeds. Then you don't get the info on the fact that this link flood is coming. You don't get to keep rechecking things like you might with Hellions or Reapers. Gonna be rough. Oh, he scouts it with the Marine, though. Wow, that's massive. So at least he gets a little bit of information on the left-hand side. It's a pretty big deal, to say the least. Marines gather up. Ling Bane coming through. The Bane's going to crash into the first depot here. The wall off behind this is huge. I was going to say the top side might have been a better target because there's only a depot behind that. Engineering Bay going to get busted down. We do gain access, but a lot of Lings went down. What a scout from Kua. The deal breaker of having those extra engineering bays in place is just so huge. So that's a massive scout for him, plain and simple. Plain and simple. GG, it's just good enough. It's a great defense, and Kua is going to get it done to be up and tied 1-1 in this best of 5. All right, Kua and SHIN will go to a game 3 with it all tied up. And yeah, just SHIN deciding to be a guy. I love the choice, but again, it just shows just how Kua clearly knows then. He's like, okay, well, what do I lose to in this scenario with how I'm set up? And the answer is something like a Baneling bust, right? In this case, we get the answer to it. Continue through. Am I not in the right Wardy channel, by the way? I just realized, have I been kicked from my own channel, and hence that's why I'm not seeing any of the stuff? Oh my god, I actually have. That's hilarious. That's so wild. All right, I'm going to kick off into Washout here in a couple of moments. Maybe that's why they're not lobby linking, because I'm just not in this. There's 2 Wardy channels on Career. It's a bit bugged. And usually I'm just in both of them, but now I'm realizing that I've been removed from one of them. And maybe that's why I didn't see the lobby link earlier. And I've not seen any lobby. Now I realize I've not seen any lobby link at all on Career. I've just been joining off the friends. StarCraft. It's good banter, isn't it? It just breaks every now and then, just for the, shits and giggles of it all. Love it. Love it. Bottom left-hand side is going to be our Orange Zerg player, SHIN. I honestly don't I don't mind the call that he made. I actually quite like the call from him, just unfortunately was not good enough at the end of the day. Didn't quite do what he needed it to do to see success. Like I say, don't hate the approach he took or anything. I think it's fairly reasonable, just didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to. Hatch settling down. A few drones are going to be mining. Drone barracks, the SCV, all coming up for a few moments here. This first overlord starting to move across the map here on Washout as well. Again, grand finals of WardiTV Mondays 99. Once again, a reminder, WardiTV Mondays 100 will happen on Tuesday next week. I'm coming home on Monday next week, and I just don't think I'll be home on time / awake enough to cast a Monday Cup or to do it justice. So WardiTV Mondays increased prize pool, $600 cup next week, thanks to Ian, who sponsored it a few weeks ago with a big donation. So it'll be $600 Monday Cup on Tuesday next week for number 100. And if you guys if you are awesome and want to also sponsor content, feel free to reach out. I am looking for sponsors for the WardiTV 2026 end of year event. If you just have a bit of money and you want to spend it on StarCraft and think it'd be heckin' cool to be a sponsor, please get in touch. I know that sounds crazy, but saying this on stream has actually attracted many people to support and sponsor stuff before, which is why we say it. So feel free to get in touch. We are looking for sponsors for our 2026 championship. Try and make it as big and successful as possible. The more support for that we get early, the more chance we can bring in some of the big boys and try and convince them to play. SFE is producing, Command Center coming up as we take a couple moments. That's all on the way through. Marines gathering. You're on a very similar setup then, just playing the Marine heavy opening off the 2 barracks. Gonna poke forward a little bit. Hey, I mean, to be fair, if it went well for him last time when it was kind of a build order advantage to SHIN, I do not hate him doing it again this time. to be honest, so do not hate it at all. Marines gather up, just going to be seeing the roach run layer, all building through, get those few drones on the way as well. Lair and roach run coming through, just going to have ourselves the overlord here on the high ground. Going to get shot at a couple moments. The Marines obviously just keeping the map control. Shin's going to play the fast 2 based layer with the roach speed on the way already. Marines will come back around. Stimpack combat shield coming over. A couple of roaches and that roach speed will all be building. The Overseer coming up as well. A couple of SCVs rallying out toward the low ground. Stimpack and combat shield all still coming up. Marine and Marauder on the way through. We get the extra refineries coming by as well. Roaches will just gather, just going to see Stim and Combat Shield will be done very shortly, so we have Kua hitting that big bio army quickly. Do the roaches like that? I mean, it kind of depends, right? Enough roaches can overwhelm that, but it also means, you know, we saw last time around, it was very close to being enough, you can see the Overseer coming around to the top. Obviously, coming about, the roaches gather, some Ravagers morphing in. Professor Shells will be starting as the Marauders and the Marines continue up. The factory about to finish. Engineering base still coming down as that bunker sits tight at the front. The few Marines gather. Factory will be done. That bio army just spreading a little bit as the Roach Ravager makes its way right out over to that far right-hand side. Overlords will produce the 7 drones producing. Roach Ravager will step forward here. Bio is going to stim. Roaches get turned away. I mean, it's just so much bio. The fact we got Marauders too makes it so good against the Roach count, obviously. Like, Marauders is just going to start shredding Roaches. So yeah, Shin just has to get out of there. He won't do anything with this. He's been the one pressuring the map at least. So he takes the 3rd base fairly safely. He'll drone heavily behind it as you move straight through that. It's going to be seeing the Carapace upgrade now beginning. Still got the Evo Chamber, got additional drones coming through the factory lands onto a tech lab. And this Overseer just coming in overhead will contaminate the starport to hit those couple of medevacs, and the Marines will just get underneath. Take that Overseer down. Good amount of bio. All gathering up. The +1 attack upgrade is halfway done. All those units gather again. A couple of medevacs coming by here for a couple of moments. Get that settled in. As medevacs pop and get into better numbers here, you'll have a bit more control of the map as Kua. Right now, he's being kind of held back because without medevacs, there's not really a path to retreat, right? But once you have medevacs available, the ability to move back onto the map and to be active over there is going to be a much larger factor. Ravages into anything, but Nolan is pretty clear. I think he's just going to play a Roach, Ling, Infesta, and just going to try and just hit some Fungal, slow things down. A lot of the time you can go kind of, if he goes melee upgrade from here and +2 carapace, you can even go ultras as well if you get the hive up. I mean, obviously he wanted to do more with the roach attack based on the fact he opened 2 bases to do it, right? So he's obviously not quite going to have what he wanted to have happen here as the bio heads down to the bottom. Actually just gets jumped on. That is going to be a cancel. The drone goes down. The medevacs have to load up again. Back into the main. 1+1 missiles can be done soon. We immediately start the +1 melee, which I find surprising rather than going into the +2 carapace. Because carapace is a bit longer, and I would imagine that that's going to be the priority if we go ultras, I guess. Maybe this is more about just having the melee upgrade for the Ling Bane already. That is definitely not an impossibility, to be fair, so some possibilities, I guess. We'll see how it all pans out. Just going to be having this Bioforce unloading from the medevacs. And group together for a few moments as the hive continues to build. The Bane Nest is about to be done. Bane speed will start with the +2 carapace and the +1 melee, both built into play. Siege Tank, Marauders, and medevacs continue to come online. Don't understand why Orbital now costs only 300 minerals. Well, an Orbital costs 450 still. There's a couple of explosive files coming down, just going to be chasing the medevac. But no, I mean, it's a band-aid fix, just trying to give Terran a little bit of extra oomph in the early economy. At the end of the day, Terran did get hit the hardest, arguably, initially, on the economy situation. 300 mineral CCs put them a lot more back in line with other things they've done to help even out those numbers and so on, so yeah, like I say, I don't love the change. I don't love the direction of being how we kind of try and fix what we've done here, but that is generally the idea behind it, and it is definitely good. It's, I don't think, as broken as people thought it might be. Not in TVZ, at least. TVZ has been, I mean, it is kind of broken in TVZ because it does feel like Terrans can just start flinging down command centers in high numbers and seeing extreme success with it. Like, it feels like there's just no consequence to start setting up to play late game at any moment because you can just throw down the extra CCs so much more freely than before. And the fact people are just like, I'm not even going to build the planetary on my 4th, I'm just going to build another orbital because it's just cheaper. I mean, that kind of goes to show as well a little bit of the opinion on it as well. Let's have ourselves the adrenal glands, 2-2 upgrades coming around. I'll just be having the bio coming across, the orbital command coming about. Get that on the go for a few moments here. Get that settled in. Adrenal glands, kindness plating coming up, +2 melee and everything else coming over as well here. Bane's going to crash through as he takes a really good position around that left-hand side. It's going to be seeing his bio still stemming through, the Ling Ravager coming over. Just going to be seeing the Microbial try to help us out. Hits a fungal, going to try and corrosive file on top of the fungal, which does land for some pretty good damage overall. That's a pretty good deal. I'll take that one again. The Ling Roach Ravager force continues to gather up. Kira is going to get pushed back from this position in the end. SHIN is going to come charging through. Kira has to just lift up and get out. I mean, Kira set up nicely at home, though, has a good amount of bases. Setup is looking very reasonable back over in this direction. It's definitely been an improvement scenario, no doubt. Just going to lift up again. We back away once more. Pulling ourselves out of here. And just resetting for a couple seconds. Just going to have the Gambling Bane all coming over. That +3 missile, sorry, +3 carapace going to be done very shortly. As SHIN, again, eventually did just make his way through to the Ultras as we kind of thought he might. Just made his way through there and has just been continuing to settle ever since, as the Banes in good numbers around the top side. And he's very excited about them. Zooming in to make sure we know they are definitely Banelings. And dive straight through. Ultras are leading the charge. The Banes are going to come rolling up as well. Just looking to get a dive into this. I mean, these Banes are going to clump. It's a bit of a horrible SimCity. We actually dropped the Microbial Shroud on that choke point he was running through. Big Widowmine shot on the Banes. We do get a good fungal, though, and the Banes are able to connect. That Widowmine is huge. If those Banes had a few more numbers to them and hit that Bioforce, everything would have been wiped out. Instead, Q is going to make something of a defense. Corrosive Biles coming down. A couple of Biles are going to land in. The Bio Army taking hits. Ultras, Lings, and Banes continue through. +3 melee upgrade. Burrow upgrade coming by. 3-3 on the side of Kua as well, as the Drilling Claw still comes up. Marine Marauder Liberator coming by also, and SHIN going to make a run at this Planetary Fortress on the top side. Going to wrap around, going to go for the kill. No, that is a denied base. That's why Terrans do like the orbitals as well, because funnily enough, a lot of the time it's better to lift an orbital and to save the base than it is to have a Planetary kill a couple of Lings. Planetaries are really good against Ling run-bys, but at this point when you've got a lot of units nearby a lot of the time on defense, the orbital can just be better. There's 32 SCVs on that base. Surely we're going to go watch. I'm going to go take you guys to watch the SCVs get blown up. Feels good for the Zerg player. Kira is on the other side of the map in fairness, and he is doing some serious stuff, which is why we jumped over here. And he is going to have ourselves a good little squad to actually fight off like a couple of Ultras with, while also pressuring on the bases. That's actually very nice. Dive, load up into the meadow, actually pull back again. Just seeing the spawn, the Spine Crawler coming through. A few of those mules working away. And you have orbitals elsewhere around the place. A couple more of these order mines coming by. Extra Lings all coming up. The Ultra and Infestors and the +3 melee upgrade. All of that continue to produce through at the moment. As Bio Army gets there, picks off the Zergling. Even more Zerglings looking to run at the front as Ultra, Banes, and Ravagers continue to move through at the moment. Bio steps away, a few of those Zerglings going down. The +3 melee upgrade is about to finish. Bio Army still coming over. The Zerglings are going to run through here. The Lings get a wrap around onto the missile turret. The Lings continuing by. The Ultra step forward. A couple of Widowmines hitting for the SCVs. Lings wrapping around again. This orbital still taking damage. We lift off in the sky. This orbital will burn down. It's going to blow itself up. These few Lings still hitting the orbital. The Lings continue through. Missile turret will fall. The SCVs keep dropping. I'm going to continue to chase up here. There's Infestor. If this pod Infestor jumps up and fungals that massive group of units, it is going to come down. It's going to be chomping time for the Ultras and goo time for the Banelings. GG, SHIN is going to find himself up in the series, looking to win his first Monday Cup since number 2. 97 weeks later, here he is on the verge of victory with one map to go between him and the title. Meanwhile, Kua is becoming the silver man in the Monday Cup. 7 second places if he loses today and 0 wins is a pretty crazy statement altogether. It is a pretty crazy statement. Alright guys, we will get going again here in just a few moments, get this ready to resume, get back on track for a little more. Excuse me. All right, let's jump into Sanctuary straight in. These guys are wasting no time hosting. Let's go into a Game 4 and see if Q can bring us to a Game 5. I've had a lot of epic finals lately, lots of 5-game series. So I'll believe. I shall believe. In the top right corner, the orange Zerg player is going to be SHIN. He leads the series 2-1 over the blue Terran in the bottom left. This is Q. Just a couple of mentions at the start of this matchup, guys. Although we're in ads, maybe I should wait for ads to be done. What did I actually want to say? We'll wait for ads to be done. We get a couple minutes. Surely there's still going to be a bit of a peaceful time. We can still chat, yap on a little bit more than likely. Overlord coming across. Rex is on the way up. Rex will come through, hatching the drone coming about, just gonna see the pool coming into place. What should Kira have done? I mean, in games like this, oftentimes it is the case of like just very small difference in fights here and there. Like, he had some good counterattacks and he had some good trades. I actually think he put SHIN in a tough spot, but SHIN just found a little bit too much. A couple fungals were really good on big clumps of bio. And sometimes that alone can make the difference in this war of attrition. And Kira made it a war of attrition. He didn't just make this like, oh, I'm just going to let the Zerg headbutt into me forever and just run out resources. Like, he put SHIN in a tough spot too. But at the end of the day, SHIN just found the better fights. And sometimes it is kind of like just more intricate than just being like overarching, like, oh, you just should have traded better. Like, there's a lot of little things that go into it. There's not just this broad like, well, yeah, maybe exactly this. And I think really it is just trying to trade a little better. Sometimes the bio was a little bit too clumped up. A couple of the fungals did a bit too much, maybe. SHIN was very successful in terms of like headbutting into the army, right? Which is probably a bit of the problem a lot of the time, I guess. Usually you see the the Zerg have to like run out a bunch of units many times over to really break through, and that was just never really happening that time. So yeah, three different things you can probably pinpoint in the grand scheme of things. Ranks is setting up with the add-on. We do have a starboard with the tech labs, so Hellion Banshee may be here early. SHIN is once more going to go for that 2-base lag at that last started up at the moment. Just going to bring that through. Just as we get this settled then, guys, I did just want to take a couple of moments just to mention... I've forgotten what I was going to say now, didn't I? Oh yeah, I was going to mention there's going to be a replay pack up soon with the last few weeks of replays from the new patch, and if you want to get access to that, again, it's going to be available to Patreon pledges of $5 or more, or you can also check out the subscription option. You can subscribe on the Twitch stream or become a YouTube member. You get access to all of the replay packs as well. That will probably be going. It's either going to be today or tomorrow morning, guys. I have it on my to-do list. So new replay pack coming in the next day. If you are interested in that, obviously, like I say, get subscribed, or again, check out the Patreon. 100% of everything on the Patreon, patreon.com/WardiTV, goes directly into StarCraft 2 tournament prize pools. 100% of everything goes into that prize pool, and that is a big way to support. So do check that out. Again, it's patreon.com/WardiTV. Get yourself some replay packs, get yourself some replays, support the StarCraft, support the Mondays, and support all the other WardiTV events that we have going on. Obviously, WardiTV 2026 series continuing soon with the Summer Championship coming shortly. We also have the WardiTV 10-year anniversary event coming, and at the end of the year, the WardiTV 2026 Championship. Lots of StarCraft 2 still this year from WardiTV. Continue supporting it. It goes a long way, helps us out a bunch. We greatly appreciate it if you can afford to do so. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and keep on enjoying as the Lings run in for some light harassment here. Obviously, easy to push this back with the Hellions. Third can take position really nice and early with the Hellions able to push this away. And you have the cloaking going to be completed very shortly here from Kira. So I got that cloak completed, stim pack, and a couple of engineering bays coming up as well. Your spines, carapace, a few hydras, and the overlords coming by. The Hellions are going to be there to push the Lings back once more. Just keeping control of this for the moment. Yo, Kaloff with the 5 gifted subs as well. That works too. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. 5 gifted subs going out to Emperor Zerg 501, Quentin Suit, Palburb, Smotus, Ruffle, and Tazo. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs and the generosity. Appreciate you as always. Thanks so much for supporting the stream, the StarCraft, and everything we do here on WardiTV. Much appreciated. As the Banshees fly in, they will go for a good few drones. 3, 4, 5. Right off the bat, going to make it 6. And then we're going to see those 2 Banshees coming back over to that right-hand side. Going to try and get after a couple of workers over here. Tigers will sit underneath. Yes. Oh, this is just, the score is just not ready. Still not right. I mean, Spore's not ready because we're playing a freaking fast layer, so you meant to have Overseers. But that's 16 dead workers. Banshees hit, and they hit hard. And Shin's economy down to 36 drones to 57 SEVs. He's obviously replenishing a few of them right away. He's going to move across the map with the Hydras, but I don't think he's going to find the success he's looking for. There's 1 tank sieged up. The Marines are going to have their sim available. Hydras are going to do a lot of damage quickly, and Kira is going to build bunkers as a proportion. But I honestly just think he's all right. I mean, Shin is also droning behind it, so he's not going to have endless reinforcements behind this either. It's going to be so tough for him to get into reach of this siege tank. Even just 1 tank slowly chipping away at these Hydras makes this such a difficult situation to really move through. Now we're going to see this attempted run in. I don't believe. I mean, he gets rid of the siege tank now, but there's plenty of Marines left. As you can see, they are looking absolutely fine. Just going to get another tank siege up. Okay, in fairness, the Marine count went down a little bit more than I thought. And he does kill 15 SCVs, so maybe being a little bit pessimistic. Don't get me, we're going to get the orbital. Oh my god. I was being very pessimistic. My goodness, Shin is actually putting work in. I thought when he dove the tank and he got the tank, I was like, okay, but like, there's still a good amount left, no? Yeah, no, not really. Not really, apparently. I really thought those Marines were going to be able to just push through into the Hydras, but I was wrong. I respected the Hydras when they came across the map, and I started to disrespect them. Never disrespect the Hydras, guys. Always believe in those spike-flinging dudes, because they are pretty darn good. Well, Jura takes serious damage. I mean, losing the 3rd command center is obviously massive. It's going to slow him down on the economy in a big way. And that definitely does a lot to bring Shin back into this game from a position that obviously was not initially looking exactly ideal for him. So that's going to help you, like I say, get back on track. Marines, Medivacs join up. The Hydra's going to knock down the rocks. Just going to bring that over for a couple moments. Hydras will get here to push this Medivac back as well. Oh, yeah, she did do pretty well there. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I really just felt as though like he just didn't have the numbers anymore. Like he dove on the tank. I was like, okay, for the Marines. Yeah, my Terran bias believes Terran can beat anything. Unbelievable. You can imagine how my TVs go. I'm like, perfect. I've won the game. A click, and then it's like my entire army disappeared. What do you mean? Zerg units deal damage. No, they never taught me this in Terran school. Ah. Actually, I kind of want to rewind that fight because I really feel like it was just okay for Kira. I really stand by what I said originally. I actually felt like he did fine. Like I felt as though we cleaned up enough that it was just going to be all right. Crazy. Medivacs loading up and just going to be pulling along for a second. The few Marines trying to drop a bow kill. Looking for some damage. Has replenished the 3rd command center here. Has that back in position now. That should help him a good amount as well. +1 melee upgrade about to be done. The missile upgrade is still coming by. The adrenal gland's now starting. 2-2 is about to be done from Kira as well, by the way. So we'll have this ability to kind of get that 2-2 finished up and get that continuing forward here. And ByuN pushing into the center, coming across to the other side just initially. And this Hydra's going to be here. Good tank siege. Kira's army actually looking pretty strong at the moment. Shin is going to have, I mean, if he gets adrenal up and so his army obviously becomes a whole lot better, but we're not at that point just yet. So definitely opportunity for Kira to maybe take a good trade. And maybe bring us to a game 5 of this series. Let's see. SHIN is at least buying time. This is not going to be a fight that happens out of nowhere. We're having a little bit of setup time kind of attached to it. Very good. That's absolutely good news for the Zerg, who could do it a bit of time to keep getting set up into a better position. These Banes are going to reach a mineral line that is already evacuating. To be fair, we nearly... Hello? Hello? Hi? Who are you? Sorry, Cure is also doing this, but like, hello, Mr. Siege Tank? This is disgusting. This guy just built a house that you can shoot through. Well, Bio is going to be pushed back by the blinding clouds en masse. That said, we're being pushed back into a spread of creeps. I don't think SHIN can necessarily come and dive into this necessarily. I don't think we can just go diving into that necessarily, as the Lingbane Hydra still gathers up. Just going to see the Marines, the tanks, the Medivacs continue to gather around. Plus 2 melee upgrade coming up. The extra Banes are morphing. Oh, this Siege Tank is pretty disgusting, man. It's amazing against Lingbane run buys. The Banes kind of went after that tank as well, which is... I wonder if units derp a bit if they try and hit the tank too. That is a very cute position. He's kind of half in the bushes as well. Lingbane Hydra is actually going to try and leap forward. Hydra's lunging, maybe try and get after some of these Marines. Cure's good right now, but what Cure is not good for is if this game gets high attacked from the Zerg. Like, the moment Ultras kick in, Cure's army sucks. Like, in fact, Cure's army is basically just Marines anyway. So Cure's supply is a bit of a lie, where, yeah, you know, it's actually a case of, yes, he has a ton of army supply, but it's very low value army supply, because it's basically mass Marine. Obviously, with one of the tanks left at home in its little house, there's only really a couple tanks of splash damage over here, so any high amount of Banelings is going to be very tough to get through, unless SHIN runs in off creep into the pre-split concave. I mean, Cure knows this army's coming in here. He drops an entire stim on the army. Now, his Medivacs are healthy, so it's not the end of the world yet. There are enough Vipers to hit every Siege Tank with a Blinding Cloud as well, so we can knock down some of the splash, but this is good. SHIN eating a couple of touch shots on the Banelings initially is not going to be good for him. Oh no, there is an access point! Oh no! The home is breached! The tank is broken! Blinding Clouds come down though. A bigger fight is starting to happen here as the Hydra Bane will try and make its way forward. The Marines keep pushing through. Another Blinding Cloud coming down. The Marines coming back once again. The rest of these Banelings continuing to drop. We try and hold our own. A few Banes do crash into the Marines. It's going to be good enough for SHIN, considering the SCVs have gone down on the other side. Vipers are going to abduct. We have Ultras starting to arrive on the map. Abducts on the Medivacs to say goodbye and goodnight to them, with the Hydras there to pick them off. GG's! SHIN is going to knock it down for his first Monday Cup victory since this tournament started in edition number 2 in September, of 2024. Almost 2 years later, SHIN finds his second Monday Cup victory. GG's, SHIN with some dominant CVT for the most part. Here, man, he's cursed in these Mondays. 7th finals, 7th second place, still cannot break through to win one of these, even when the competition was not a classic or a hero or a clam up against him in that final matchup. Did get rid of MaxPax in the semis, but just couldn't quite go all the way. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We are going to be running some ads on the outro, and then we'll host up the WardiTV 24/7 stream, twitch.tv/WardiTV2. We have 24/7 games of StarCraft 2. Currently playing some WardiTV Winter Championship games and stuff from 2021. So I'll send you guys over there in a little bit. But just to wrap up here, again, big news from last night. If you're into Zero Space, we are announcing the WardiTV Zero Space Weekly. $500 every Tuesday evening in European time zones, starting September the 1st. So make sure you check that out. If you are excited about Zero Space content, first of all, we had a tournament last night that's live VOD on the YouTube and on Twitch. There is also a new YouTube channel for Zero Space content that will start having Zero Space VOD uploads on either today or maybe tomorrow. I'm going to see how well I can make a thumbnail and stuff. So I'll put the link for that in the chat. It's youtube.com/WardiTVZS. So if you want to check that out, you can do so. I'll just copy paste that into the YouTube chat as well. So if you are interested in Zero Space content, you can specifically go follow that YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it. It does need to get a certain amount of subs so we can start monetizing it. So if you guys want to just help me out and give it a cheeky little sub, that goes a long way. Because like I say, we are obviously going to be working towards some regular Zero Space content in the very near future. Alrighty, guys, I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I am not necessarily going to be live tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's plan is yet. I'm going to take Ellie to the groomers, and then there's nothing really to cast. So I don't really know what we do tomorrow. I might go live and check out some Zero Space. Maybe some StarCraft 2 randomly crops up. It's a very empty day tomorrow. There's like not a lot of anything going on, so... there's a pick qualifier, so yeah. It's not really a great day to try and cast StarCraft, to be honest, so yeah, we'll probably do... I don't know. I would like to stream because I'm not going to be streaming a lot from Friday for about a week or so, a week and a bit. So yeah, we'll try and see what we can do. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll run some ads and I'll host you guys to the 24/7 stream. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching WardiTV Mondays 99. Remember, WardiTV Mondays 100 will be on Tuesday next week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.